Yo, 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 what's the deal? Boy, Richie Rich up in the house. What's going on with y'all, fellas? I see Temple Twan already checking in. How long does it take to flood waters? Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if you're still on it, but I don't know how long it take the flood waters to clear up, man. I think Cartagena's, if I ain't mistaken, I think it's below sea level, so it might be more like know, like water in a damn bowl or something. You know what I'm saying? Just sitting there, standing in water and shit. Jay Lever in the building. What's going on, Jay Lever, aka Jay Lever? What's happening with you? James Jones checking in, man. James Jones in the house. What up, James Jones? What's going down with you? Sugar Skull in the house. Fred Moore, what's happening with y'all fellas, man? Um, y'all know we usually do the Sunday show. I don't know what happened with Drees, but I think Drees probably sleeping, man. I think he's still tired from his trip, man. He just got back from Rio the other night, so he probably trying to recuperate. He probably got to go to work tomorrow and everything, so probably trying to get himself together. Jay Lever, check your inbox, my brother. But yeah, Cartagena is underwater, man. They swimming in it. I hear you, James Jones. He say he just cooling it. King K-Roll, what's goody? King K-Roll, where you at now, man? I know you somewhere, man. You know what I mean? Know you somewhere, dog. I know how you do it. It's been raining like crazy in Central America, too. Right. I heard it been raining like hell in DR, too, man. You know what I mean? I guess this would be considered like a rainy type of season, in a lot of different places. I know in Medellin, November is considered a rainy season. I think in Thailand, November is rainy season. So I'm not sure if Central America is just considered the rainy season. I do some little research on that. HD chilling. What's going on with it, bro? Roger Young in the house. What's going on, bro? Investments or die. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Shit, like I said, I invested in that Moderna. You know what I'm saying? And that shit popping so far, man. You know what I mean? Let me show y'all, man. I started off 14,000, man, and 19 took. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see it. I know what time it is. You know what I mean? Gotta invest in tomorrow, man. You know what I'm saying? Gotta invest in tomorrow today. Say I'm in Toronto. Thunderstorms, mad wind right now. Crazy. Yeah, it's been a windy ass day out here in Georgia today too, man. This shit been crazy, man. But shit, I ain't really go outside today, but I just looked out the window and shit, man. Equalizer in the house, man. When you taking your trip, bro? What's good? Just got back from Colombia, man. You need to come on the panel and holler at me, man. You don't never holler at your boy, Cam. Know what I mean? Holler at your fam, man. Let me know, man. I just inbox you, man. I just inbox you, dog. Let me know how that shit went, man. I know some of y'all saw the video I put out yesterday about the guy that got robbed and drugged and everything in Cartagena. And, a lot of people was trying to put holes in his story, and they were saying this and that. But the whole point of the live, whether you believe it or not, is to bring awareness. You know what I'm saying? Bring awareness of what's going on, out here. There's real shit going on out here, man. So don't worry about if the story is all the way accurate or whatever y'all think. Just take care of yourself, man. Just you know, take the precautions, man. You know what I'm saying? Old Dub in the house, man. What's going on, old Dub? Old Dub, man. I fuck with old Dub the long way, man. Old Dub, real cool people, man. You know what I mean? Real cool peoples, man. What's good with you, man? I seen y'all cooking the other day on Fitness and Travel Channel. I think Johnny LA was on there with you. You know, I ain't get to catch the whole thing because I see Fitness and Travel. He do a lot of late shows now, so I don't be getting to watch the whole thing, man. You know, usually after 10 or 11 o'clock, man, I try to focus on other things besides that YouTube. You know, but it's all good. Shout out to Fitness and Travel. He ended up linking up with Drees down there in Miami and showed the brother around a little bit on his layover. And see, that's the thing about this travel thing, man. You meet different people in different cities, man, and all over the U.S. and shit. Brothers all in different countries. That's what I love about the WhatsApp groups, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It connects you with people, you know? So if you got a 1 day layover in Texas, or you got a half a day layover somewhere, man, it's probably somebody in that group that lives in that connecting city. You know what I'm saying? Or if it ain't, then I mean, it's probably somebody that knows somebody. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's a small world in this travel thing out here. Man. Real small world. Fireman in the building. What's going on? Salute the fireman. Roll tired of him. Somebody had to meet Rich Dollars. Shit, I wish I had Rich Dollars. You know what I'm saying? They blew dust in his face and he was out. Yeah, see, I mean, like, think about it, man. You could be on your P's and Q's. You could be on a date with a chick, and she can go down in her purse. You know what I'm saying? And she could come up and just you know blow a little dust in your face, and next thing you know, you gone. Like, ain't what I'm saying? That shit can happen to the best of them, the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people trying to think the story, but this shit is real. Like, Scolamine. I guess I'm saying it right. Scopamine or whatever it is. Something that really exists. You know what I'm saying? This really exists, man. This ain't no fairy tale. This ain't no fake drug. It's a real drug, bro. Like, real. I mean, they got documentaries on this shit, man. You know what I mean? Definitely got documentaries on this shit. But what's going on with you, Cam?
What's good with you, Richard Rich, man? I appreciate you. Doing good, brother.
Hey man, you come on my channel anytime, man. Let me give Cam a shout out while he on here, man. This brother, I met this brother in Brazil, man. You know what I'm saying? On the script, man. We had a good time out there. We kicked it, we went through the favelas and everything, and we went some other little places, you know what I mean? Turned up in the club and shit. If y'all hadn't seen my real videos, he's in like two of them, you know what I'm saying? So he was in the club turning up with your boy. You feel me? But what's good, man? When you just came back from Colombia?
Yeah, I just got back from Medellin back on Thursday. Just got back on Thursday.
Oh,
Spent
okay.
5 days there. Yes, yeah, about 5 days. Yeah, for
And
the
how
first
was it,
time. It's
man?
my first time in Colombia.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
How did you like it?
I loved it. I enjoyed it. Like the scenery, like the architecture, the whole city. It's beautiful. In the rain. I mean, I love rain. That's pretty much my favorite weather.
Oh, you like
Like it
rain?
was raining every day. Yeah, I love rain, man. It's the something about the rain. I mean, it's just calm, man. It fits my personality, man. It's laid back.
Right.
That's
We
pretty
usually
much.
go every year. We usually go every year in November. We have a meetup out there, and unfortunately, man, we wasn't gonna risk it this year because a lot of the guys, they need to plan ahead. And so we was like, well, we might not be able to do our thing like we want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Have a little party and stuff like that. So we just kind of skipped out on it this year, man. You know. So yeah, man. So what areas you was in, man?
As far as I remember, I know I stayed in La Rela. I think it's called La Relis, if I'm not mistaken. That's where I
Right,
stayed at. Then a friend of mine took me to is it Parquieres? Parquieres,
right.
Poblado. Yeah, that's the areas I went to. Ate there. Ended up watching the game. My Cowboys and Steelers at Hooters there. Yeah, I think it's in Parquet or either Poblado, one of those two places.
Oh, okay. That's what's up, man. Was it a nice little crowd out there?
Yeah, it was a nice little crowd. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was. I definitely enjoyed Colombia. It's very laid back. Very friendly people. Uh, at this, I know I see a couple of chicas there staring me up and down. I remember when I was at the store my first day. This black Colombian went back and forth like at least 3 times, staring me up and down. Like
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
that's what's up, man.
yeah.
Did you do like any tours, or anything? Did you know?
I I did not.
'Cause I know
I
you
would
like
definitely
to
do that
do
next
tours
time.
and shit.
You said what again?
I said, because I know you like to do, get out and do some tours and activities and see some things, or
Yeah,
you just
I
you just focus in that little Poblado area.
yeah. If I didn't get a chance, I would definitely do that next time. Friend of mine, because the original plan, the reason why I was in Colombia the very first time was supposed to be back in June. That was actually I was supposed to go to Cartagena and Medellin. Cartagena was supposed to be for a music video for a singer who was from Venezuela. There was a track that I produced. She was going to film a video with me. It was going to be one of my friends that's going to be filming, directing the video. So all that was canceled. And so at that time, I had to reschedule for Colombia. For November. So all of that was canceled for Cartagena. So all I was left was Medellin. I had a friend that stayed in Medellin, so I pretty much ended up touring the city there. So that's the reason why I was happened to be there in Medellin in the first place. But yeah, for next time, I'll definitely try to do at least 3 tours. I know the Pablo Escobar. I'll definitely do. There was
I'm
a
gonna do that shit
graffiti.
next time I go, man. I'm gonna do that shit. I hadn't done it yet, but I'm gonna do it.
I'm definitely doing that. The graffiti. The, there was a graffiti tour as well, and I can't remember. There was another one that I have. Matter of fact, I
Communal
think I have.
13.
I think that was it. Gotta find my
Shout out to
might
Passport
be.
Action, man.
I
I
can't
see you
remember.
out there in Rio, man. You still out there in Rio or what? Let me know, man. Need to get you on the show one day, man. I know you almost to 100,000 now. You know what I mean? Yeah, salute to you,
Book my
man.
flight to Rio in
Oh,
January.
when you going? January?
January the 18th to the 30th. I'll be out there for 2 weeks.
January the 18th to the 30th. That's what's
Mm-hmm.
up, man. How much the ticket was?
It was like I financed mine. It was like 500. No, I'm sorry. It's like 600 altogether.
Right.
I financed mine, so I'm
What you
paying
trying to do?
probably
Build your credit or something?
Yeah, yeah. I always do that. Pay 60 a
Right.
month.
He giving y'all some good games, man. If y'all can't, y'all ain't got the money or you want to build your credit. I always say, man, build your credit while you're traveling. You know what I'm saying? To build your
Exactly.
points. Make it a business trip, man. Shit. But yeah, man. So how you compare Medellin to Rio, man?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'll say like every square mile, I'm seeing more beautiful Colombian women than Brazil.
Right.
In my opinion.
I agree. I agree. I agree, man. I think Colombia got more beautiful women now. When it comes to exoticness, Brazil, you know, you know what I'm saying? If you line up the baddest girls in Brazil versus the baddest ones in Colombia, I think Brazil will win that. But on average, yeah. Colombia, man. Colombia got it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know Global Paper don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? He don't agree with it, but hold on, let me do something real quick. Do something real fast.
Dios mío. Ay, Dios Padre Santo. No, estuviera bien, no, estuviera yo en el último. Oye, me va a mandar. Alguien quiere que te mande el dedo uno ahí. Hey, quítense de ahí, que él no se puede caer. Quítense de ahí.
What's up, Ricky? How you doing, my friend?
Hold on real quick, bro. Hold on. Yo, what up?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Everything good, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well. I can't complain. How about you?
Hey, I'm doing better than they doing in Cartagena right now. they swimming with the fishes out there, man, you know?
Yeah, great. Yeah, I've never been to Cartagena, but Colombia, man, I love the place, man. I just love that place, man.
Right. Yeah, man, you gotta check it out. Cartagena pretty cool, man. It's like the really, I think they get the most tourists there in Colombia of any other city. But you know, a lot of actual Colombians go there for vacation, so it's not just foreigners. It's actually locals, and you know, it's like the South Beach of Colombia, man. You know.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking forward to going there, like, hopefully this upcoming year, sometime post the summer.
Right. Okay. So what's your next trip, my brother? You there with me? So what's your next trip, brother?
I definitely want to go back to Medellin. I'm thinking about doing Medellin in Peru. Well, actually, I want to hit like maybe like 3 countries. Uh, go back to Colombia, do Peru, and then probably do Costa Rica.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. Cam, you ever been to Costa Rica, man?
I have not been to Costa Rica yet.
Oh, okay. So maybe you can lighten
On
us
my
on
list as
Costa
well.
Rica, man. What's going on down there, man? I heard they closed down the Del Rey.
Well, I think I don't know if I've seen a video of you in Panama. Now, Panama City, I definitely love Panama City too. That's like my first love. I was there for like about 2-3 weeks a couple of years ago, and I fell in love with Panama City. I love Panama City.
Right.
So
What
I
about
got
the Costa Rica, man? What's the best spot to hit in Costa Rica, man?
well, me, I haven't been to Panama. I haven't been to Costa Rica, but my nephew's been there. A couple of
Oh,
nephews,
okay.
and they said nothing but good things about it. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try to do that next year. The year coming, definitely hit Costa Rica because he said a lot of good things about
Right. Shout out to
He's in
Jason E in
San
the
Jose.
house. What's going on, Jason? Yeah, man. So I definitely want to get back to Colombia, man. Now in Colombia, you don't have to take the COVID test now. So that's gonna draw a lot of people to it. You know, I was gonna go to Colombia, but it's just so inconsistent with the government there, man. One week they want to go back to shutdowns and this and that. So I was like, man, let me just go to DR, man. So I'm about to book the DR, man. I think I'm gonna go in probably December. You
it.
know,
Oh,
that way I know I can go there. I know I'm gonna have a good time. I ain't gotta worry about no surprises. You was talking about Panama earlier, and they got 40. You gotta have the test within 48 hours. Like,
yes,
man,
yeah. I heard that. A lady friend was just telling me that she was there and some problems that she ran into. I'm trying to leave. She couldn't leave. She could because she was staying in Colombia, and she tried to go back, but she had to take the test, and she was too late, and it was closed, so she had to stay for a couple of days in order to take the test and to get back into Colombia. So I was like, whoa, okay, I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait until 2001. Hopefully things will be a lot better.
all right.
I had to get tested myself on the 2 days prior when they changed
Somebody got the replay on in the back. One of y'all got the was echoing like hell.
No, not
Turn your volume down a little bit, fellas. Just a tad bit.
okay. Right, probably was me.
All right, that's better enough. I still can hear it a little bit, but yeah. So what you were saying, brother Cam?
Yeah, I had to get tested myself on November 3rd, which is 2 days prior when they changed it, when you no longer get tested. So, but unfortunately, mine came back on that day anyway to go down to Colombia. Yeah, because I think they're right. I think they still need their somebody told me before heading down there. I think it's called check migration. I think they're still checking for.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, you gotta have that. Yeah, and they may be going to what they call a pick a cedula, and what I'm hearing, and that's pretty much they go by the date on your ID. Certain days you go outside, so they may be going back to that in Colombia because that coronavirus is really spiking out there. So y'all just be aware. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Yeah.
Dub, is that old Dub?
Oh yeah, it's me, player. How y'all
What's
doing
going
tonight, fellas?
What's
Hey,
going
how
on
you
in
doing?
Colombia, man? Let
Good.
us know.
Shit, man, I can't call it, man. You know, I was stopping through, come holler at the fellas, bro. It's been a while since I've been over here. I miss y'all, man. Want to come holler at y'all, see y'all making out tonight. Y'all talking about one of my favorite topics tonight, which happens to be Colombia. So I had to stop
Right.
on by, you did.
Right. So enlighten us, man. When you going back? I know you're going pretty soon, bro. You gotta be.
I will be going back. I'm gonna be going back next month. I have to get down there after Thanksgiving and before Christmas. Now, what's questionable is right now what city I'm gonna go to. I'm looking at Bogota and I'm looking at Cali. So I'm kind of up in the air right now for this indecision wise making what city I'm gonna go to out there. But I'm gonna try somewhere a little different because I done lost count how many times I've been to Medellin. So yeah.
Oh, you getting tired of it, brother?
No, I'm not gonna say I'm tired of it. Far from it. You know, I mean, shit, that's like my home away from home there. You know, I got a pretty decent network out there. So even if they do have the Pico de Cedula, I won't have any problems as far as, having a good time. Well, my type of good time anyway. I won't have a problem with that. I just came back from there, last month, maybe about 2 weeks ago, give or take now. And
Right.
they had clubs and bars and stuff open, but I don't really frequent those places because I'm not a drinker, you know. So I had pretty much a few of the friends come by my house, did a little daytime outings and stuff. I mean, everything was great. I was out there for around, I want to say 7 days, I think. But yeah, man, it's a far cry from what it was when I first went out there with y'all in WTU, man. It's a big difference.
Right. Okay. So, Jima, man, tell the people about your channel, man. He got a YouTube channel too, man. I don't know if y'all checked him out.
Well, my channel is just a little bit over a year, and I just started it like at the last minute when I got to Medellin. And it's not like so much a travel channel; it's more of an entertainment channel and and to motivate brothers to travel more because I've always been one to love to travel. And I used to travel a lot. Then once I got married, I kind of like slacked up on that. But now I'm like a free agent now, so I'm back out there traveling and trying to hit every place I can. Because I usually always travel like in July or so. So from now on, around that time, in the month of July until August, I'll try to go like 3 weeks to a month, hit different countries.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna
Yeah.
share
So
over.
my channel, I'll talk about a little bit of everything on my channel.
Yeah, I'm meant to subscribe to you, brother. This is my first time hearing about you. I'm always looking to support brothers that's traveling, that motivate other brothers to travel. You know, I try and show support in those arenas when I find people that are similar to myself, you know, and have similar interests or whatnot. It's an interesting topic that you brought up about traveling to different places. This is reason why I'm looking into going to other cities in Colombia. Um, they're naming the ones I just previously named. I'm interested in going there just to see what it's like, see the different flavor or whatnot. So
No, I
kudos.
agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I want to see Bogota also, but I'm here in Boston, and I'm like, when I heard that it's pretty cold and rainy, I'm not too crazy about going somewhere and it's cold and rainy. Especially growing up in Boston, I'm like, okay, but at some point I will go there and visit, but I'm not too thrilled about taking a vacation and going somewhere that's cold.
Right.
You know,
Well,
that's
I'm talking to a brother right now that's there, and from what he's told me, the cold that you're getting in Boston is probably gonna be freaking warm when you get to Bogota. He told me at night it's like in the upper 60s, and in the daytime it's around 70.
Oh,
So I mean, high 50s up to 70 in the daytime. That's not too bad. That's like damn near spring to me.
yeah.
So
yeah,
um,
yeah,
just
yeah.
check it out, man.
Yeah, no, I will. I agree with you. I will and stuff. I will because I did when I was in Medellin. I met a couple of young ladies from Bogota, and they said great things, beautiful women and stuff. And I didn't exchange numbers with them at the time, which I should have. But I have to definitely go there for
Oh
sure.
yeah. Hmm.
And make sure I definitely check out your channel and stuff. Subscribe to your channel. I try my best to do stuff. I stay really busy, but when I have a chance, I put videos up because the stuff that I like to do, topics I like to talk about, dating sites, stuff like that, ladies that I've met on dating sites, a little bit of everything.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out
That's
Jax Jeter in the
motivation,
house.
brother.
What's going on, Johnny LA? Johnny Jenkins, aka
Johnnyism?
Johnnyism.
Y'all funny. Man, what's going
Cool,
on with
Johnny.
y'all? How y'all doing?
Hey, how you
I
doing,
can't
my
call it,
friend?
cousin.
Doing good,
Hey, I'm
man.
just
So I
trying
just
to
wanted to
find
kind of
out. I'm just trying to find out where I can, get them girls that you be having there, man.
Oh
let me tell
shit.
you
Here
something.
you go.
I'm gonna just jump in real quick. You know, I got to work tonight, but yeah, no, I'll be back in Colombia actually in December very soon. Yeah, I'm missing my little Colombian pussy. I'm missing it too much. So yeah, I will be out there, and I'm actually thinking the same thing OW is thinking. I'm thinking actually Cartagena or Bogota. I don't know yet. I'll make up my mind. It don't matter where I'm at. I'm a pay for my little girl to meet me wherever I'm at, and
Hey, cousin,
yeah.
you borging, you hear me? You borging out.
Wait, can you hear me? Can
Yeah,
you hear me?
yeah,
All right.
I can hear you loud and
Okay.
clear. Can the chat
Okay.
hit one if y'all can hear Johnny LA?
Yeah, I can hear
Yep,
you.
Yeah,
I can
bro.
hear. I can hear.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah. No. Like I said. Yeah. I'm. Like I said. I'm being a snake. I'm gonna roll in a couple days and I'm gonna roll out. And I'm gonna be that little viper for a minute. Yeah. I tell you, whichever. No matter whatever I do, whichever girl I smash, she gonna get it. So.
There's a comment for you right here, Johnny.
Oh, you know what, Jackson Jeter, you can fuck off.
There
Next.
you go. There you go. That's what I wanted to hear. Shout out to Dog Team.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I got my little hidden secrets, but yeah, like I said, whatever girl get it, I'm actually considering, which I'm probably gonna do it. I got two. I'm a hop in from Venezuela, and like I said, uh, what's this dude talking about?
I don't know. I don't know why you even say that, bro. Like,
Airport atheist, you can fuck off. You don't know what you're talking about. Next.
yo, man, if you didn't know, man, Bogota got a red light district
No,
here.
people. Let
Man.
me tell you something right now.
Huge red light
I
district.
got somebody that's actually walking on feet, walking on water in Bogota. He getting bitches out there for $15, $20. So I could probably get them bitches for 10. So I said I'm gonna make my way through, and yeah, yeah, I'm gonna get mine. Jackson Jeter, you stay right in the U.S. and let me work my Johnnyism in Colombia. You stay right where you at.
Right, right. Yeah, everybody on the panel knows Johnny Jenkins. Y'all know him, Cam?
Uh,
Uh, I
yeah, I've
haven't.
seen him.
You have a channel. I can definitely. Yeah,
No, I don't
I
have no
heard it before.
channel, but yeah, I'll be
No.
hopping in and out of a couple of people's channels. And like I said, I'm a real. I don't like to sugarcoat. Some dudes like what I do, some dudes don't. Personally, I don't care. I just roll. You got to remember when you traveling abroad, you get what you can't get in the state. Like I said, I don't. Matter of fact, I think it's been 2 years since I touched a bitch in the States, and I probably won't do it again. So yeah, and like I said, I'm right next to Mexico. So if I need to fuck, I go straight to Mexico. I got three girls, that are madly in love with me. I just, look at them as appetizers. I fuck with them until I can get to Colombia. So uh yeah, I don't really fuck with these actually I don't mess with the US girls. So
Hey,
that's out.
You in Texas?
Cam, you still dating the States, man, or what?
No,
What's the
I'm in
deal?
San Diego. I'm right next to the border,
Oh,
man.
San Diego and Cali. Oh, California.
Yes, sir.
You still dating the States, Cam, or what? He probably got
I
no
mean,
mute.
for me, yeah. I'm just for me, I'm all about getting my paper here in the U.S. It is what it is. I'm pretty sure there's some good women here in the States, but I mean, rather few. I mean, if so, they pretty much have a ring on their finger most of the time. But I just try to get my bread here and enjoy travel. Like my last previous relationship was a Brazilian. That was last year, about a year ago.
Right. Okay. Yeah. A lot of brothers say I don't want to date in the States no more, man. I still do though. But
Yeah,
it's hard though. It's definitely hard.
yeah, it's
Yeah, I
hard,
pick my
definitely.
places. I move, stick and move when I can. But like far as long-term relationships lately, like in the United States, I'm pretty much shying away from that. Um, like the brothers just stated a few moments ago, I pretty much come here to work, build up my
Hmm.
resources. Um, the initial goal, to find the end game and all this for me myself personally is to live out of the country with a passive income from the United States. Now, is that easy? Hell no. But I find as though I'd be more happier that way. I mean, because I'm looking at like last year, I was leaving the country every month. So I was thinking to myself, is there any way possible I could just stay there on a long-term basis? And that's pretty much where I'm at with it right now. So I hit the ground running and I haven't looked back.
That's what's up. Brother Jima,
Yeah,
man,
that's what's
same
up for
question,
sure.
man. Jima, same question. You dating the States or what?
I do a little dating, but I don't really I just stay focused. I stay focused on trying to meet women from other countries. I mean, I do a little bit of dating here, but I don't take anyone serious. No, I'm not too much into American women. I'm just not.
I'm gonna be
You
honest.
know,
Sorry about that. I might have some connection issues, but I don't. Me personally, it's been 2 years, but I have my own personal reasons. But one big reason is just because, let's just be honest. For me, I'm a fetish guy, and bitches in the U.S. it's just requiring too much. I can pay under $200, get my little fetish, and get the fuck on.
Under
And if
200.
huh?
You say under 200.
Yes, sir.
How long that get you?
No, I'm talking about my plane ticket.
Huh?
Oh, you want to go down that road? All right, let's go down that road.
No, what you say?
Matter of
200.
fact, Colombia was a witness. When I was in Colombia, when we were in Medellin, I got that bitch under $35. Did I not?
No, what? But I misunderstood what you were saying. You said under 200, but what you was talking about?
Round trip ticket, my ticket to get there.
Oh, the ticket. Oh,
Oh.
okay. All right.
But
Man,
but
that's
since we
good,
are,
man.
but since we are on that subject, my first girl I got in Medellin, I got her for $35 for the whole night.
Right. For Bible study. Right. Let's try
Yeah,
to camouflage a
she
little. Let's
you
clean
know,
it
I,
up.
I was stuck in Fort Lauderdale for 2 days, and I didn't do nothing. I was mad. I was frustrated, sexually frustrated. So yeah, she got the full course, unfortunately.
Right. Okay. So, what y'all brothers think? Anybody can jump in. What y'all think when people be saying, "Oh, y'all don't date American women"? It's like self-hate, or y'all don't like your own women.
I'll
What
let
y'all?
y'all
What
answer
y'all
that
thought?
because I only got two
Yeah,
words for that.
Fuck off.
That's right. And that and
yeah,
whoever's saying that, they probably ain't got their passport. So
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
I
Just
get the
like
heat
that,
from that at work. Mm.
I was
I
just
yeah.
mean,
I,
watching.
that could come from women, man. That could come from anybody, though.
I was just watching
Yeah. I
somebody
get
on TMZ channel, Jason Hills, I think it was, and that motherfucker, he just is dumb as hell. People like that, it just gets on my nerves. It irks me that actually, you know what? Let me not even use him. I'm just gonna say I don't care who it is.
Yeah. Just
If you ain't gonna,
generalize, man. I don't want no beef, man. I'm trying to keep the beef shit down. I'm done with that beef shit, bro. That shit making
I'm
my
gonna say
head
it like
hurt, bro.
this. Here's what I'm gonna say. I don't care who it is. It don't matter who it is. If you ain't got your passport, you got no room to say a damn word. That's all I
Right.
gotta say. If you ain't
That's
got a passport, you can't even be in the conversation. You're not even allowed to be in the channel
yeah.
because you
Well,
have no experience.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that. I had like a good friend of mine when I was in Medellin, and I called him and I was telling him I'm in Medellin. The first thing he said was like, "Man, you're self hate and stuff. You don't you're like you don't like black women. What's up with that?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He said, "You're there chasing white women." I said,
Oh,
"Dude,
I'm the
there's
first.
women darker
Actually,
than me here."
put me
You
in the
know?
top of that list because I don't like black women from the United States. Put me on the top of that list.
Damn, Johnny. What happened, man? What went wrong?
I don't like black bitches in the U.S. That's all that is.
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah, but the messed up thing was that he didn't even know that there were like black um black Colombian women. Okay, so
Oh,
I
of course.
just when it comes to subjects like that, to friends that I know who don't even never been outside the United States, I don't even talk to them about stuff like that I'm
Well,
doing.
let
I
me
don't
just
even
be
tell them.
clear. There's just something about the Colombian accent, the light skinness that's attractive. Now, would I fuck a black Cali Colombian woman? Of course I would. Would I marry one? Probably not. Every dude has their attraction on what they like, and like I said before, there's three things I always tell people. At the end of the day, well, no, I'm sorry. There's one specific thing. We'll just use that. One specific thing is attraction. You got to be attracted to that woman to be able to do those things. So, for me, I have, like I said, every dude is gonna have they attractions, and what a lot of people don't realize when they travel, they act like gringos when they travel. The nature of the game
Mm-hmm.
is you don't go to these places with all your stuff. With all your stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, makes sense.
yeah, it does.
Yeah, you got people out there. I've been hearing stories, and kind of what I don't know if it was you or someone else or someone in the chat in the thing was talking about the whole. Oh no, I think that was you, Roller Tape. You were talking about about the president saying one thing. Here's the thing: when you got connection on ground, you ain't got to worry about what the president's talking about.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Facts.
What you think about it, old dub, man? What you think about them folks talking about? Man, y'all can't get no sisters in the state, man. That's why y'all travel.
Um, to be honest with you, most of the people that speak like that, they're speaking from a position of ignorance. And I, and yeah, I'm honest. I'm being completely honest with you because a lot of those people that you speak with, some of them haven't even left out of their own city yet, let alone another country. Um, there's people that still think that there is a Pablo Escobar that's located in Colombia somewhere that's mass murdering people in fucking jungles and picking their bodies apart. I mean, they really literally have this stigma when you talk to them. The best thing you could do, in my opinion, is distance yourself from ignorant people who fail to do research and know about what's going on in the world around them. Um, those people are gonna get into their echo chambers and they will insult you. They will ostracize you. They will make you seem like as if you're a complete fucking animal. What I do is stay away from those people. You can typically see these people with their significant others, and it's nothing you will even let your dog stick their dick in. And they sit there and they talk about you and the choices that you make and the women that you're with, and it's coming from a position of ignorance and I hate to use that word self-hate, but they don't really like their life themselves. All right. They get up in the
Right.
morning, they got 280-pound hog in the house, they're forced to service this woman. She smells like shit. And then they see you're taking these pictures with these beautiful Latino women, and they just resort to what they do naturally. Ad hominem attacks, you can't get a woman, which could be further from the truth. Most of the men that I
Yes.
know are travelers, they already may at one point have been through a divorce or whatnot, which means they've already been pre-selected because they was in a marriage. They have children. That means they have had sex. They reproduce. They have a lineage. So the whole stigma that goes along with, oh, you can't get women, you can't find the women, you're fucking incel, and the list goes on and on and on. It could be further from the truth. Here I sit on the panel with right now. Most of the men on this panel that I'm talking to right now as we speak, most of y'all have children, if not multiple children. So where are they coming from with this? What's the whole conversation with it? What's it really about? People who are miserable in their own house try to drag you into that shit as well. The old saying is cliche, misery loves company. Well, that's true. People like to have
Exactly.
somebody stick their little fucking shitty fingers at to make themselves feel better. So that's what I have to say about
Right. Hey, can you answer this question right here for me, OW? Um, Fat boy.
Where's it at? Okay,
Can
feet
you see
white.
it?
Just got my passport last week. Where should my first stop be? DR, Colombia, or Brazil? Look in the background on this picture that I have right here. I went to Brazil first. All right. Now people will tell you that you should go to DR first, start off slow. Uh, whatever. But if you ask me my personal opinion, I would start from the top and work my way back down. That's just me. Because what happens is when you go to these countries that's like in DR or Colombia, I'm sorry to say this, I don't want to sound biased, but you get complacent, and a lot of people get to DR and they get stuck in DR. A lot of people go to Sasua, they get stuck in fucking Sasua. They don't go any further than that. So what I'm telling you is this: as a traveler myself, when I just started, like, what, 2 years ago? When did I meet you, Rich? That was 2 years ago. I think it was 2018 or whatnot. My first trip out of the country was Brazil, and I went to Niterói. This picture that I took it in Niterói. It's on across the pond, across the lagoon in Brazil, and I worked my way back. All right, because my problem would happen for me. I got to Colombia and I end up stuck there. 12 trips later, I was still going to freaking Colombia. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why I got to DR was because Colombia was closed. Had that not happened, that terrible turn of events had taken place, I'd have never made it to DR. I don't like to pin one country against the other and make those, broad associations, because what I like and what I go there for may be totally different from what you're going there for, brother. So what I tell you is try to experience all of them. Take a little bit from one country and go to the other. One thing I tell you out the gate: do not go to Brazil trying to speak Spanish. It's gonna be fucked up. They speak Portuguese there. I see so many brothers go there because they're not informed. They just show up in fucking places, and I'll see them speaking. They're trying to actually speak Spanish to a Portuguese Brazilian girl, and I'll be like, "Oh, I feel so sorry for you. You're so fucked up in this world." And it's just something that you want to do. And I'll tell anybody: your first time traveler, do your research, prepare yourself, then move forward.
Good answer, my brother.
Good.
Let me give a
Good.
shout out to Andy Morris. He said, "What it do, Rich?" Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you always supporting, man. Thanks, man. Means a lot. Like I say, the donations is really the only way I make money on YouTube. So I appreciate you, man. Cam B, man, I want to keep you involved, brother. Well,
Yes,
what's
sir.
your thought, man? Same question, man. What you think, man? Let me answer
Yeah,
real
I was
quick.
gonna piggyback on OW, what he said about the difference between Portuguese and Spanish, like especially when I was at the store. And this is for my experience. When I was at the store, I was looking for for watermelon, and so I was asking for a Valencia, and they were like looking at me confused, like I was like, Valencia, like you don't know where the
Sandia.
I don't know. Yeah. I didn't know the
Sandia.
Spanish word, so I just said frutas. So they pointed in that direction. It says Sandia. Sandia.
Yeah, Sandia.
Yeah, I do not.
En español, watermelon is Sandia.
Gotcha.
Well, that's how they
I
say
did
it in
not know.
fucking DR anyway. And DR have their own brand of Spanish, so just use that in DR.
Gotcha.
Right. I just want to say
to
this
answer-
too, man. I think you have to first ask yourself the question, what are you looking for out of your trip? You know what I'm saying? What are you trying to do? Because that's
Yeah.
going to be a determining factor also. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you really, really want to be on the beach, I mean, it's a million beaches in DR. I mean, if you're looking for a host of cities you can go to, I mean, Colombia is good. I mean, it just depends on what you're looking for. If you like the different females in different countries, you just gotta do your research, man. You gotta really answer that for yourself. Go ahead, brother. Oh, hold on. Let me pay the bills. Shout out to Fat Boy. Appreciate the info, fellas. But yeah, keep watching the channels. Do your research, man. You'll figure out where you want to go first. Appreciate that donation. Who was up? Who was talking?
Oh, me. It was me. Yes. When I started, I started with DR. That was basically due to a business opportunity. Me and a friend of mine, we shared invested in a business, a clothing store out in Santo Domingo. That was like 5 years ago. It was nothing. I had nothing in regards of travel. I mean, I wanted to travel, but at that time, it was just an investment opportunity. So that's how I got my foot into Dominican Republic. My friend of mine, who shared the business with me, he goes to Brazil all the time. So I've been seeing pictures of gorgeous women. He goes to Colombia. So, I mean, I was like, it was a matter of time for me to travel to those countries. So gladly, from the time that I dated a Brazilian woman, that's when I met her parents out in Belo Horizonte. So that was my first time going to Brazil, and since then, so I've been going pretty much back and forth every year since then.
Word up. Welcome to the show, brothers abroad. Trevor, what's going on, brother?
What's happening with you, man? What's good, Playboy? What's going on to the panel? What's going on to the brothers? How y'all
And Brother Ross said, y'all need to come to Mexico, man. Damn all that other stuff, man. Come on to
we need to go to Atlanta, boy. That's where it's at.
Hey, it's
ain't too far.
Oh, what's up, Negrito, man? It's been a busy night for you, bro. I was just watching you a few minutes ago, cousin.
Yeah, just trying to support all the brothers, man. Just trying to, chop it up and show some support. That's all. You feel me? We gotta spread the network, man.
Shout out to them Chi-Town brothers, man. Shout out to Chi-Town E and all them Chicago brothers, man. We need to get them brothers in Chicago some passport. Maybe they'll turn in the guns and trade them in for passports, man. Maybe it'll stop the crime out there.
Huh. For real.
Anybody can jump in, man. Anything y'all want to talk about, we freelancing.
Oh, yeah. Rich, real quick, I wanted to say how I started out going to Medellin or going to Colombia was like so a couple of years ago when I went to Panama City, and I had went to this club. I don't know if you ever heard of this place called the Habana Cigar Grill in downtown Panama City. And so actually it's a spot where a lot of escorts. I didn't know at the time. I was looking for a discotheque because I like to go out and party. And I go to different countries. I love to go out and party. And so I had accidentally was sent to this place, and I go in there, and there's about like 300 gorgeous women just everywhere. And I'm like, what the hell is this? What's going on? And the majority of them were like from Colombia, Cali, Medellin, Venezuela. And so as I started talking and finding out where all these women were from, then I was like, yo, I gotta go to Colombia. I definitely gotta go to Colombia. So that's how my second trip was to go to Colombia. And that's gonna always be my second home, Colombia. But that's how I started.
Ain't nobody trying to go to Angola?
Angola?
Yeah.
Well, I have to do my research on there. What about it?
I know where you're going with it. What about it? Come on, man. How come ain't nobody touched them borders in Angola? I'm just curious.
Yeah, I think their official language is Portuguese.
What you think?
I'm not mistaken as well, too, right?
What happened? What's happening?
What's the question?
I said, has anybody been to Angola?
Mm-hmm. You know what? I had another buddy tell me to give that place a try. I'm not. The saying is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That'll be when I got extra money. I'll go out that way. But I'm not. That ain't in my plans as of yet.
I heard that's an scapegoat though, because any place could be broken. Any place could be a third world country. But if it's some fine women, brothers still go end up going there though. I'll tell you that much.
Well, my next. So I have a plan. Right now with the whole COVID, it's kind of done obviously fucked things up for a lot of people. But my next plan was either going to be Panama or Brazil after Colombia. Right now, Brazil has got a really good exchange rate, so I'm thinking, I might do it.
Africa does too, though. Africa has a splendid exchange rate.
Yeah, but Africa don't have what I like. I don't like Africa. That's not my. That's not my forte.
Why not? Why not? I'm
I
just
like
curious.
I like so okay. You really trying to get my gloves off? All right, I'm just gonna
I'm just picking the brain. That's all, man. I'm just throwing shots.
All
I'm
right,
just
I'm
asking
gonna be
genuine
cut up right now.
questions.
Then I'm about to cut up. Bottom line, I just the color of black bitches. I'm just not. I don't care where it's from. It's not my type. I fuck them, but that's it. I'm not there.
Mm.
No ups and downs and bitches how I want. When I go to Colombia, Venezuela, I love when the girls get on their knees and they begging for the shit. So therefore, I
Mm.
am sticking to what I like.
Mm. Fair enough.
So anybody else want to answer that question? Why y'all
Global
brothers don't
paper.
go to Angola, man? Who want
Yeah,
to step
man.
in?
Oh, I'd love to go. Yeah, I'd love to go to Angola. I mean, because I'm just looking at global paper, so it is the official language of Portuguese in Angola. So that's all I was trying to
I will
figure
be
on that. I
going though.
mean, for
I
me,
like
I'd
that.
love to
I will
go
be
to
going.
Africa.
Yeah, I ain't doing Africa, so that's out.
Damn. So,
Yeah, I love to step foot into Africa.
And
I
if
just
y'all
don't
don't
know
know
where.
this,
I have.
if y'all don't
Go ahead.
know
I'm
this,
sorry.
you know, the biggest thing. I didn't mean to cut you off. The biggest thing for me,
Oh, you're fine.
I'm gonna be honest. Everybody's situation is different.
hmm
Everybody's work schedules are different. You have to also remember, Africa is a very time-consuming country to go to. You got to include
hmm
travel, time, and money. The amount of money you're gonna spend to go to Africa is, in my opinion, or actually, I know it. In my opinion, I know it. That's my round trip ticket to and from Colombia for what you gonna
hmm
pay in Africa. So for me, it's not a good business decision. Does that make sense?
But if the women are bad enough, it doesn't matter when it comes to money. Let's be genuine about it.
No, 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 not true, not true, sir, not true. I'm gonna tell you why. Because
Justified.
the
I'll
same,
wait.
no, the same level that you're. Well, here, first and foremost, every every man's type of woman when they climb the scale of 1 to 10 is different for everybody. What you consider could be high top could be my low type. I may not like it, but see, that's why I was saying you can't compare that because I know my type of women I like in Colombia and Venezuela can top the bitches that are in DR. But again, it's like I said, at the end of the day, it's all about timing. If you
We're
got a
not talking
job,
about the DR though. We're talking about Africa though.
I'm just giving an example. So, okay, fine. If you want to talk specifically Africa, fine. All right. So the thing is that Africa bitches may not be the same as the Colombian bitches. So since you want to use Africa, let's use Africa. All right. I personally, off the top, don't matter if the bitch is a dime piece. For me, the color of black for bitches is not my type. It's just not my type.
Mm.
I like the Colombian and Venezuelan type of bitches. That's just me. So it wouldn't even be a question for me to pay that much money and to go out there and waste my time. You have to also remember that Africa is not a simple 12-hour flight. So for me, it's not worth the money to spend all that money to go to Africa to get what I don't like. If that's the case, I can stay in the US and pay an escort bitch $150 for some condom sex. Fuck no. I'm not doing that. Fuck no. Now,
For
now
me
again, now
personally,
if you like Africa, hey, let me tell you something. The saying is this: what you eat don't make me shit. If that's what you like, if that's what gets your nuts off, kudos to you. But it will never get my nuts off. That just wouldn't work. Africa wouldn't work for me. So bottom line, I'm gonna stick to what I know. I'm gonna pay my little cheap $20, $30. I'm gonna get what I want and move on.
So bottom line is you don't like black women in general.
No, no,
Hey,
Damn, he brutally
no,
honest. Damn.
absolutely
God
not.
damn.
go ahead, fam.
You say no.
Go
You
ahead, go
yo,
ahead.
you must not have
That
you
answer
Is
must not have
there
talks
watched my
about.
first you must not have watched my first live on OW's channel. Oh, I don't give a fuck with him. I don't do it. It don't matter who it is. I don't do Africa black. I don't do none of that shit. Black bitches out the window. No, no, absolutely not.
You asked the
is there a
question to
reason
the
why?
wrong one.
What?
No, I was saying he
I
asked the
said, are there
wrong
reasons
person.
why?
The reasons why I just don't like
No,
black
did
bitches.
I ask
That's
the
all.
right person?
No, that's an absolute no, no,
What are the
and no.
reasons?
Captain. The reason, just attitude. I don't
Reasons with an
and
S on it, plural.
attitude. Okay, fine. Attitude And just I just like I said, I want for my children and my babies, I want international. I want interracial. I don't want no dark babies. I want I have a certain thing I want in my family. Attraction is everything. My dick don't get hard off of that.
Say, bro, I'm sorry, I gotta cut you off, bro. The look on y'all brother's face right now when this man talking is fucking priceless. It's like y'all can't believe what the fuck y'all hearing.
That's right. There's only one. There's only one me, and I'm gonna speak my mind, and I'm gonna be truthful. Now I can lie to y'all all day. I could lie and tell y'all I love these black bitches, but I'd be lying, and I wouldn't do that.
Nah, for me, I respect what he's saying. Me, I wouldn't rush to go pay and to go to Africa. Not that I don't like black women, I don't like African women. I do, but my experience here in Boston, and I also lived in DC for 5 years. Um, the black or the African women, they jump through hoops for white men. I've seen them just jump through hoops, and I'm like, whoa! That just blew me away to see these African women jumping through hoops for white guys. I've seen
And
that
listen,
many a times, many a clubs in DC. And then when I came home and I started seeing it here in Boston, I was like, whoa, okay. They were just jumping through hoops.
let me
Like
tell
they
you
were a
something.
prize, something special. So I was like, okay, it's like that. Okay. So I wouldn't pay to go there. I mean, if I meet someone here, it's fine. As far as going there, nah. I'll go there to just want to see, but as far as going there to chasing ladies or meeting women, no, I wouldn't. That's
Now
me personally.
let's not get the game twisted for a second. If someone else paid for me to go and fuck these black bitches, I'd do it. But when it comes out of my pocket, fuck no. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. And furthermore, I'm not like your typical gringo. I call them gringo cockroaches. Your typical people. I like to invest my money. Therefore, I will never in life pay what other gringos pay. It just ain't gonna happen. It will never happen. And what I mean by that, I'll break it down even further. Someone's channel brought up a good point about these dudes going to, DR and all these other countries and throwing out dollars. And of course, what happens? The girls expect it from every dude. I don't agree with that one bit. Because you fucking it up for everybody else. Now, when I say everybody else, I'm talking about the other 90% because I'm in that 5% category. I have my own way that I roll, and I'm like I said, I have a certain way I roll, and I get in there like a snake. I get in and I get out. I like I said, it's a cutthroat case. You're not gonna sit up here and sugarcoat me. You're not gonna drug me. You're not gonna play me. This is what it is. You take it or leave it, bitch. That's it. And if I like you, then I'll like I said, I was in DR for a week. Got a girl for 7,000 pesos. At the time, it was $80. Get cooked, clean. Did everything. You gotta know how to approach. Some dudes, have this way of this mentality, this fucked up mentality. um, you know, I don't understand it. You just want to give in and give these bitches what they want. Fuck no. I'm in charge. It's my money. Fuck no. But like I say, hey, people in the chat are gonna still, go out to these countries and give these bitches what they want. And like I said, you could be in that cockroach category, more kudos to you. But I'm not giving these bitches what they want. It's what I want to give them, and it's when they're generous. And half the time I'm not generous because I'm on a budget.
Right. Anybody else want to talk about something else, man? I'd rather switch gears on that. I don't want to be dogging the sisters out like that.
They ain't talking to sisters. They just being real. They ain't being real.
Yeah. Anybody else want to chop it up about something? Well, let me play a little video then.
Damn, my mic don't want to go off. What's going on with my mic? Oh, there you go. I'm back.
little intermission, man.
That's what's going on in Colombia right now?
That was in Cartagena, man. Yeah,
Wow.
Oh, no.
even the
Man.
cows getting it bad, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man. The vacas.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Brothers still going to Colombia. It don't matter the weather, nor what's happening.
Right,
Wait, that look like a freaking the landslide. People still going out there for that?
right.
Yes, sir.
Let me get y'all the last one. It's Wall City clock tower area. It's right in front of the clock tower.
Esta corriente ahora se ve como más fuerte, man. Se está aumentando el agua, man. Se llevó una señora, gracias a Dios, allá va la señora. Se la arrastró como 50 metros. No más que el mismo agua la echó a la orilla. Bueno, mal que la corriente la echó a la orilla, porque donde cae la cuneta la jode toda.
Se descuida y chica la cuneta esa.
No, y lo que falta, porque va a seguir lloviendo.
Para que le haya jugado de aquel lado. Gracias a Dios. Yo va a quedar aquí, ¿ves? Ya cerró, le faltó una parola ya a aquel.
No,
El
llenado.
negro está como flotante, el negro es Eric. La cosa no está lloviendo.
Cam, man, you should have went to Cartagena, man. You say you like the rain.
What was that video taken? What was that video taken?
Probably about yesterday, man. Because I heard
Was that
he said
yesterday?
tormento. I know that the hurricane just probably passed through.
Yeah. I think it came out yesterday. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that's a switching gears. Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
Can you guys
Cam,
hear me?
when did you come back from
I was just
Medellin?
there.
Cam.
Can you all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Can
you.
you all hear me now? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, you said when I got back on, well, weird story on how I got back, because actually I missed my flight. It's supposed to be on a Wednesday. It just happened, I got interrogated at the airport in Miami. They made me to stay an extra day to come back on a Thursday. So to answer your question, yeah, I got back on Wednesday to the States. But when I got back home, it was the following day. Yeah, because when I got back, it was a dark-skinned police officer questioning me on because I had about like 45 minutes to catch the next flight, and so he said I wasn't gonna make it, and I was told I was gonna make it because I made my last one on my way to Medellin because that was on a delay. So pretty much what happened is that he asked me a question where I went to. I went to Colombia. Then he asked me next, what are you doing there for? I said, I'm on vacation. He said, wrong answer. Step to the side. And I'm like, that started to piss me off. So while he was going through other people, I pretty much had to wait a good about at least 10 minutes. So he came to me. He asked me again, why I'm in Colombia for. I was like, dude, I'm on vacation. I'm like, what you just told me on the wrong answer. I'm like, what am I supposed to say? He said, oh, are you Colombian? you speak Spanish? I'm like, dude, you wanted my passport, dog. Like, I'm American, dog. Like, man, like you starting to that kind of pissed me off. Then he asked what I work for. I'm like, dude, I work for a bank, bro. Like, I'm on vacation. Like, what you want me to say? Like, then I ended up missing my flight. So I came up to him again and I gave him a piece of my mind, man. Like, what you just told me, like, don't ever talk down to me like that, man. Like, I know you got a badge, doesn't mean that you're acting above the law. You said, man, I'm just doing my job.
What airport?
Huh?
What airport was this in?
Miami. In Miami.
Oh, yeah, shit.
It's a bald head. I call him Officer Tenpenny from Grand Theft Auto, from San Andreas. That's exactly what he looks like. Yeah, man. Like,
so that was in the state.
Yeah, it was in the state. Yeah.
Damn, man, that's.
You know what's strange about that?
Right, man.
I've come back from Colombia. I don't know how many times. I've lost count by now. And what's ironic about that, I'm not going to say it's funny, but I was asked that same question repetitively. And my answer is always the same. They said, what were you doing in Colombia? Or where are you coming from? I said, well, I'm coming from Cartagena. I'm coming from Medellin or wherever. And they said, what were you doing there? Oh, I was on vacation. Okay, sir, have a good day. You know? And it's just amazing how they stereotype certain people and give them a hard time, whether it be because of their skin color or the way they pronounce their words or whatnot. But what makes it even worse is I see this our own people who harass us in this manner. And that's what's disturbing about those comments you just made. And
yes,
that should be an eye-opening, turn of events to show you that a lot of people around here have derogatory statements towards people of other races, but sometimes you really have to look at your own people as well and not leave them out of the circle. Don't leave them out of the loop, because a lot of this hate that we're receiving, man. I mean, I'm sorry to hear that happen to you first and foremost, but our own people are doing that shit.
Oh yeah.
That's why I don't understand racism.
Jealousy, man. Jealousy.
So this happened from another brother from a different country, meaning like an Afro-Colombian or?
No, it's a Black American, man. Yeah.
Oh, Black American.
Black
okay.
American. Yeah. No, it's just jealousy, man. Like, mad because you seen brothers travel. I mean, I don't know.
My question is, if that was the wrong answer, what is the right answer?
Right.
Exactly. Tell you a lie. What's the right answer? It's like, you're gonna hand me a fucking Scantron. Is it A, B, C, or D? Like, what's the right answer? Is this multiple choice? What is this? What is your right answer? Should be the question. What do you want me to tell you?
You know what? I would love to see him again when I get back from Rio. I would love to see him again if he's in that line.
They hell down there in Florida, boy. Hey, shout out to James Marshall. He said, I have a couple days in Bogota. As someone stated before, if you know someone, anything goes. My question is, how do you go about meeting a connect? Well, my advice to you, brother, I don't know what you calling a connect, or tour guide, or some chicas, I don't know. But I would advise you to maybe go to a Facebook group that talks about Bogota if you don't know anybody. Maybe you can get in some WhatsApp groups. Try to connect. What's y'all input on that, man? Because I don't know what kind of connect you trying to get. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm looking at his comments right now, and he's a little bit more specific about his intent. You have to know your why. I always tell people that if you're going to travel, anything you do in life, you have to know your why. And he went into the little detail right here. He said, party a little and meet the locals. To be honest with you, James Marshall, you're in probably one of the best places right now in this. You're in the travel community. I mean, between the brothers that you see on this panel right now, you probably have well over a decade worth of travel experience right here. So I would advise you probably to reach out to maybe some of the fellows on the panel. I don't know, reach out to Roller Tape, maybe get his email or something, and the people who are on this chat and in your presence right now to be a good source of of networking, so to speak, because I don't advise anyone to go anywhere without doing proper research before stepping into another country.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, for sure.
You can email me, man, at rollthetape@yahoo.com. Rollthetape@yahoo.com. Just email me and we'll talk, brother. But if you're going to Cartagena and you just want a tour guide, I mean, you probably really don't need one. But if you just really want one, I'm gonna put a link to Afro-Colombian brother right there on Facebook. His name Freddie Pass. Just check him out. Maybe he can give you a little tour around, you know. But yeah, just email me, bro. Anybody else want to chime in on that or crickets? Nobody want to chime in? You looking to party, man. Anybody got an experience in Bogota?
I'm working on it. You know, I mean, I'm doing footwork right now. I've made some connections and whatnot, but I don't really like to give people information on other resources that I have until I've actually went out there and ventured into that realm myself. I don't want to use someone else's my guinea pig, so to speak. I'd rather go and do that myself before I just turn over information like that. But yeah, man, it's a good time out there. I tell it to anybody. You have a hard time going to Colombia in general that I know of, and just bombing out completely. I mean, unless you're into drugs or some other type of nefarious activities or whatnot, then you know the life you choose, you know, that's on you. But outside of that, man, you'll be just fine, bro.
Yeah, you can hit me on Instagram also, man. You know, that's how you'll get a faster response on Instagram versus email. Shout out to Miss Felicia. How you doing? How you doing tonight? Hopefully you had a good weekend. You know, we just in here talking like we normally talk. You know how we do it. But yeah, I never been to Bogota. I had a layover in Bogota, but I never really just been there. I wanted. Matter of fact, I had plans to go to Bogota in March. I was going to Cartagena, and I was going to hit Bogota, and I was going to hit Panama, and come back to Atlanta. But unfortunately, that didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? But I know B Dot. He know a whole lot about Bogota. But
Oh, there you go. That's one of my connects right there.
right.
There you go. Yeah, that's the best advice I can give. If you're a traveler, man, get down in the mud with other brothers that travel too, that's making investment stuff in these countries or whatnot, man. That's one of your best assets. James Marshall, that's the best advice I can give. Your boy mentioned B Dot, and I've been knowing B Dot, and I met him through being in travel community groups, WhatsApp groups, being on panels and whatnot, and that's a good resource that I found. And a little sidebar, Rich, I was looking for a ticket to Bogota 2 days ago. I found a direct flight from New Orleans to Bogota for $70. I shit you
Round
not.
trip.
What?
A direct flight to Bogota for $70.
Damn, can't beat
Getting there
that.
on
Wow.
70. That's what's all I'm saying. I've told this to people before, and they're like, "Okay, were you high?" I say, "No." "Were you drunk?" "No, I don't drink." I said, I see the shit clearly. You want the screenshot? And the ticket was $70. So yeah, 3 hour layover. And what's the name of that place? Miami? No, Orlando. I'm sorry. It's a 3 hour layover in Orlando, give or take, and from there you go straight to freaking Bogota. So it's not one of these deals. Okay, we're gonna sell you a $70 ticket and we're gonna give you a fucking 24-hour layover. You got to get a hotel room and an Uber. No, this ticket was $70, like maybe a 7.5 hour flight. So yeah, I'm really on the fence right now about what I'm gonna do.
Sounds
Damn,
about
that's
right.
what's
Because
up.
I always use before this virus started to happen. There's two main websites that have good deals on any errors that made from the airports. They always report it on this website. These two is one website is called flyforfree.com, and I think the other one is cheapflights.com. Those
Oh
are
yeah,
those are the two
familiar.
that I use for deals. That's how I end up finding my round trip a couple of years back to Japan when I went to Tokyo. It was like from Charlotte to Tokyo for like about $600 round trip.
Right. Shout out to Jim, man. I never been to Bogota, but I heard, man. I heard that thing is pretty huge out there in Santa Fe, man. They say you get lost in that area like this. You know.
Oh, I intend to get lost.
Well, somebody posed a question, what's the best Cartagena and Medellin? I think those two different animals. I think you really should compare them. One is a city, one is a beach area. So what do you want most? You want to be around the beach or you want to be around the concrete jungle? They're both good.
Yeah. I was fuck it. I'm gonna go there. I don't mind answering questions like that when people ask about one city as compared to other, but I prefer for them to be specific with me about what they're going to those places for. Then it's easier to answer that question. So just say, for instance, okay, what's better, Cartagena or Medellin? Is the food better in Cartagena or Medellin? Then I could answer that question. Okay, are the hotels cheaper in Cartagena or Medellin? Just saying it's better is such a broad statement, so it's almost impossible for the person who has to answer that question to answer it and give them a direct answer, an accurate answer even.
Facts.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you on that. I noticed that someone was asking what's a good airline also, and for me, I like I don't know how many people travel Copa Airlines. I really love them. They're like really professional airline. I mean, I know it's a Latin airline, and I took it like going to Panama and coming back, and the experience was like great. So that's the airline I always try to go is to get flight on Copa Airlines. So I don't know about anyone else on the panel. What do you prefer? What airline do you prefer to fly
on? If you're asking me, I really have. Oh, okay.
I mean, I like for Latin. I think I end up using mostly. I've been flying with Latam and Azul most of the time.
Oh, okay, good. Okay,
yeah,
good.
Azul's pretty good because I remember one time we ended up missing it because there was a airplane technical problem in the airport, so we had to fly back around from Miami to Orlando. So we were staying at a five-star hotel, so they treat us well, free breakfast. Then as soon as we fly out to Brazil, they gave us another voucher. So yeah, Azul's pretty good too.
Good. Glad to hear that. Thank you for the info.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put a Gmail channel in the chat. I'm gonna put OWs in there again for y'all. I will click on these brothers' page and subscribe. Show them a little love.
Yeah,
yes,
thank you.
Greatly appreciate
thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, bro. Thank you.
Greatly appreciate it, my brother. As far as airlines, I'll just go ahead and throw my hat in the arena. My answer is pretty much short and sweet. Whoever gets me there for the cheapest price safely with both of my feet on the ground, that's who I fly. That's it. Look, dude, I'm a patient person. The flight is going to be from New Orleans to Florida, an hour and 50 minutes. From Florida to wherever my destination is in the Caribbean, maybe another 2 hours, 3 hours at max. I really don't give a shit. I'll bring my own fucking food. I'm not going to pay an extra $300 or $400 for a blue stamp on a fucking plane. That's just me. But to each his own. People have their own agendas, but it doesn't matter to me if you would ask me that question. Get me there safely and alive. I'm good.
All right, I hear you.
Johnny LA, what you fly, man? You fly Spirit, my brother?
Oh. You funny. So
I'm a Spirit man.
To go back to that, I'm actually agreeing with OW. Whatever is going to be the cheapest. However, right now with the whole pandemic, Unfortunately, well, actually, no. I think it changed as of the first of the month. Spirit was the only one going to Colombia. My
Facts.
two top airlines are United and American. Those are my two.
Right. I mean, I fly the cheapest thing, and it's usually Spirit. So
The
Yeah.
only thing I don't like
No,
about Spirit, and again, this is just me, like he said, to each his own, but I can't be on an airline with no Wi-Fi. When it comes to these abroads. Now, I don't mind doing Spirit when it goes from Fort Lauderdale to Medellin. It was only actually we got there 40 minutes early. It was 2 hours and I think it was like 37 minutes. We got there early. But other than that, I don't. I gotta have Wi-Fi. So I fly abroad.
right.
yeah, no, I agree. No, you can get some great deals on Spirit, but I don't like Spirit because when I went to Medellin, I got into so much drama. On every plane I got, it was always something. I was getting into a lot of arguments. I almost got into a couple of fights. There was so many fights breaking out on the plane. I missed my plane. I had to stay overnight. Had to sleep in the hotel, sleep at the airport, and then they sent me to tell me where I was supposed to go. When I finally went to my gate, and they ended up changing that gate, and I almost got had to stay there for another day because they changed the gate. They didn't tell me, and I just was sitting there. And I got up and said, "Okay, like, is this going to Boston?" They said, "No, they changed that like an hour ago. You're on the other side." I was like, "Nobody told me this." So me personally, I mean, I like to save money, but I don't want the drama. I don't want to be going paying and to get into a fight or just watch other people fighting and just so much drama. I want to when I go on my vacation, I don't want any drama. I don't want to have to stay over. I know it happens sometimes, but it was just too much for me. It was just like every
That-
flight I got on, it was something. So I was like,
That's quite.
Spirit, never again, never
That's
again.
it. That's free entertainment, man. You get front row seats to a fucking cage match. You get to see two
Right.
Buffalo brothers
Well,
beat the shit
so
out of each other
Oh,
over
yeah,
fucking
people were
Popeye's
fighting
biscuit
over every little thing. People were short tempered.
for
Everybody
free.
was short tempered. On every flight I got
Right.
on, people were going at it. I was like, man, here we go again. So I was like on my way going and on my way coming back too. So I was like, no, no more Spirit for me. But I understand, saving money. I like saving money, but I don't want to go through that anymore.
I've never had the pleasure of watching a beating on a fucking Spirit flight. I look forward to it. One of these days, I'll be sitting there. I can just sit back and take out my po' boy and just watch people beat the shit out of each other for free. I ain't much gotta pay.
I never flew Spirit, so I don't know what it's like.
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, man, I go to sleep on the plane, man. So I'll be sleeping by the
Oh,
time they say buckle up. You know what I'm saying?
oh
But
yeah, and another thing about Spirit and stuff too, they charge a lot for everything. Like for soda, for chips, it was like $2, $3. I'm like, what? I can't get nothing. They gave nothing. You had to buy. I was like, forget this. I ain't giving you
Here's a
no
hint.
$3 for no little chips. That's not gonna. You're
Here's a
not gonna get $3 from me.
just a little hint. Just a little hint. Before you get to the airport, stop at the dollar store and put your snacks in a bag and walk through security.
Yeah, you're right. But see, I didn't really know how
that,
Spirit was because,
it's me on
like Richie
Spirit,
said, I
y'all.
usually just go to sleep. But this one time, I was like really hungry, and they was like asking all this money for a bag of chips and soda. I was like, no way, I'll just wait, wait.
This is me
Right.
on Spirit, y'all.
Damn. Jesus Christ.
Shout out to Drees, man. He said, peace to the panel in chat. Just got home, still exhausted. Can't wait for Johnny LA to go to Villa Mimosa. Go raw.
What's good, Drees?
Drees said, you gonna go, you ain't gonna go raw in there. I know you ain't gonna do that.
Salute, Drees. How the hell are you,
Where
buddy? Oh
I don't
shit.
know where is that at.
Brazil.
Yeah, that's
See,
Brazil.
see, here's the thing. Here's the thing people don't know about me. I research every country I go to. But before I even hit ground, gonna make sure I got 2 already on lock, and then I'll decide and go from there how I'ma roll. But I always go raw, so that'll never change. That won't
In
ever
a
change.
brothel?
Yeah, absolutely,
ODB
Oh,
style.
absolutely,
damn.
absolutely. There's no condom in my vocabulary.
Miss Felicia said y'all need to get them likes up. Shout out to Miss Felicia. You working hard. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Miss Felicia, you need to hit me up on the Instagram, and I'm gonna try to get you one of my shirts or something. Appreciate
Yeah, you
you.
can't be doing that. Ooh.
Huh?
No, I'm talking about that whole. No, you don't go. You don't pay to go to another country to fuck with a condom. Oh no. Mm-mm.
Damn. And bro, it's like this shit. I never get bored of hearing him say this shit, bro. It's just like, damn, bro. Because he says this shit with enthusiasm. Like he got bone gristle. He is serious about this shit, man. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
you gotta be serious about it because at the end of the day, I'm gonna pay to go to another country to fuck with the rubber. Absolutely not. No, 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 no. It's gonna be it's gonna be how I want. You know what I want when I want it. You know, I want the full. I don't want the if I'm gonna do that, I can go back and watch porn. No, no. Like I said, they people don't understand the culture in these other countries. They are trained to cater to the man. Therefore, I'm gonna get that.
Shout out to Mad Cow in the building. Got a comment for you. Shout out to Paul on parole, man. Appreciate y'all, brother. Oh,
Oh,
this
I plan on
comment for
getting
you,
old, sir.
man.
I plan on getting old, but yeah, you can fuck off. Do you
Hey,
plan
yeah.
on staying in the United States for the next 60 years if you even get to be that old?
Hey, they always associating you with Flit DR. Do you know Flit DR?
I have no idea who this man is, so you can't compare me to someone I don't know.
Well, I mean, no, I'm not saying
And
me.
there's never, and
I'm
the
not saying
reality,
me. But
no,
they
no.
keep bringing your name up with his name, and I'm like,
See, here's the thing. There's only one me. There will never be another me. There's only one me.
Clearly.
So that that could be further. Like I said, there's only one me, and I have my way. And here's the funny thing: I done been in 3 countries. I done did my business. I done came back. I done gone. I done did it, enrolled, and came back. So obviously, my little operation working just fine.
nah, Jim, we ain't gonna do the beef. We may just disagree on some things, or we may talk a little shit, but we
No, no.
definitely not gonna do beef, you know.
All right, let me say this. Here's the thing. In all seriousness, all right. Every man is gonna have their way about going about it. But at the end of the day, as long as it don't matter how a man get his rocks off or get his nuts off. Like I said, if he has a type, he has a type. But at the end of the day, it's all conversation. We all here to have fun. We travel, we go to work, and we take care of our stuff at home. That's all it is.
Right. We ain't gonna do beef, man. I'm so sick and tired of this shit, bro. This
Yeah, it really ain't no reason to have no beef. To be honest, there's really no reason for it. Oh yeah, to facts 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely keep doing my thing. It's gonna happen. It's gonna go down again. My next stalk and prey is gonna be Bogota more than
right.
Hunting ground. Bogota. Fight.
likely.
Right. Anything else? Any other topics y'all want
Yeah,
to
man. So
chat
like I
about
said,
before I
I'm
get
I'm
out of here?
I'm gonna see how it's gonna roll. But yeah, the way Cartagena was looking in that video, yeah, that ain't gonna happen. So more than likely, it'll probably be Bogota. I might. A buddy of mine is trying to convince me to go to Barranquilla. I know a couple of YouTubers and did some good videos in Barranquilla, so that's an option for me too. I don't know if anybody on the panel has been to Barranquilla. I've been there one time. That was about a year and a half ago, and actually, it was actually not bad at all.
Oh,
I was
really?
about to ask you that. How was it? Because I wanted to go there, man. That's on my list too. That's like I got 4 cities I gotta go to, and Barranquilla is on the middle part of that list.
Yeah, I'm just a novice in Colombia.
I heard
So
it's all right city, but it's not necessarily that lit like the other cities.
I don't know the full story. I don't know. Like I said, I mean, for me, um, that's the. But more than likely, I like to go places I have never been, and I really want to see Santa Fe. If it's better than Paquieres, then that might be my stomping ground.
Right.
That might be my new stomping ground because if Santa Fe is what everybody's popping it to be, that might be my next move.
Mm.
But what did he say? What did he say?
damn, you get mad cow, man. I just saw that shit. Damn, man, stall that man out, bro. Come on,
Let me see what he said. Hold on. What did he say?
nothing.
Watch what you say to people. You might run into some people from YouTube. Um, can I? You know what? Sticks and stones may break my bones. I'm not gonna respond to that because he's not gonna like my response. Let's go to the next one. All right, Drees TV said, "Don't do better than Kia, bruh."
Facts.
Buena Ventura.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think it's. I mean, if you like, kind of a slow city, then I think that's what Barranquilla pretty much is. But I think the best time to go is on the like carnival time, around that time. But if you're looking for a wifey, or you just want to go to a city that ain't, heavily populated by tourists, then it might be.
Oh, can we go to this one just in case research? I got a response from him. He said, "Johnny, whatever chicas you smash, let me know so I can X-ray on the sex nay with them." Uh, so to answer you, how about no? How about I don't tell you who I smashed, and you just got to find out for yourself.
Nothing going on in Santa Fe. Did you even talk about Santa Fe?
I heard it
No,
was mentioned on the panel by someone. The name Santa Fe did come up, but I don't know.
That's in Bogota, though.
that's it. Yeah,
Yeah,
Big Mike International. I'm not confused. Someone else mentioned about the Santa Fe. Like I said, there was comments about it. I said that's a consideration. I didn't say I was gonna do it. So I'm not sure where that comment came from, but yeah, I'm considering. Like I said, I haven't made up my mind on what I'm doing yet, but I will be going to Colombia next month.
Right.
Oh, Love Crossing Borders. I saw him on another channel a couple weeks back. Did you ever go to Mexico? If you want to answer that.
no, dude, that's Dre. You and him had a little I'm not gonna say an argument, but y'all had a heated debate a few weeks back. I don't know if you remember him or whatnot, but you and Dre had a long discussion about some of your choices in life. That's not who you think it is, bro.
Wait, Love Crossing
That's
Borders or who we talking about?
you just said subscribe to Love Crossing Borders. You asked him to go to Mexico or something to that
Yeah,
effect,
I
but
thought I
Yeah,
thought
that
yeah, he was
maybe
supposed
not.
to.
All right, my bad, my
Nah, he
mind.
was. He was
oh,
going
he
to
was?
Mexico.
Okay, my bad. I thought he was
Was it
talking
him? I
about
didn't remember. I thought it was him. I only know
Yeah,
because when
yeah.
they said Crossing Borders.
Make sure y'all go subscribe. Love Crossing Borders, man. Yeah, that's Andre, man. He was supposed to be on vacation, him and his wife, I think, in
Yeah, I
Mexico.
just
Yeah.
saw them.
my bad.
Came over to
Mexico
Mexico.
is the #1 tourist spot in the South America, I guess, or whatever.
Love crossing borders. How was Mexico? What part did you guys go to? What was the experience?
I'm gonna send him the link. I'll see if he come on there. Yeah, let's just keep it traveling, man.
Yeah, he
Kill the
just
beef,
got finished
man.
doing a live.
Kill the beef, man.
You know, yeah. Matter of fact, right now, actually, I kind of did a pre-test to see what's out in Bogota, and yeah, I already caught a couple of fish. So, yeah, I might be doing Bogota, and actually, um, what was the name of the other place? Not Cali, Colombia.
Cali,
What was it? What was the other place?
Santa Marta.
Santa Marta. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So definitely, those are on my radar.
I heard that beach is freaking beautiful in Santa Marta, man.
Yes,
I just want to go out there.
yes.
I don't just give me
That's what I've
about
been
three
hearing.
days in Santa Marta, and I'll be content. I'll move around after that. Just give me 3 good days. Yes,
I only need two. Yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah, you got to make it stretch.
for
Looking to
real.
explore more on Colombia.
And actually, you know what? I think what's the brother's name at the very top? I know you mentioned about not liking Spirit because you got to pay for everything. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like Spirit. Matter of fact, any airline for that matter, the food on any airline is horrible. You gotta prep before you get to the airport. You gotta stop at the dollar store. Matter of me personally, I stop at Target. I get my Red Bull. I put it in my water bottle. I get my little snacks. I take it abroad. Use the food stamps, and I'm saving. I don't spend money at the airport.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
I hear you.
I'm from
I hear you on
I'm
that.
from Louisiana. We cook every freaking thing. So like the night before I leave, man, I'll drop me some shrimp, find me some shrimp po' boys, or make me a turkey po' boy, get me a bag of zaps, freeze me about 2 or 3 bottles of water, and I'm off to the races, man. I got food for all the flights.
Oh yeah, yes sir. Yeah, like I said, I don't. Yeah, why would I pay $5 in the airport for a Red Bull when I can go to Walmart and get it for $1.88? You crazy?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
I hit the
I get
yellow
everything
plane
abroad.
and get four
you right.
dollars for a bottle of water. I'm like, $4? I got my own water, baby.
Yep. You got me the other day. I totally forgot to bring some water. Pay
Yeah,
Well,
you got to be
the,
careful
the
with that.
the trick to it,
Yeah.
so like I didn't know how many people didn't know this, but typically you cannot bring fluids through security. Well, that
Right.
if you know you're leaving, you actually just turn the liquid into a solid and you don't have to worry about it anymore. In other words, freeze the water the night before you go through security and they'll let you go through security with water.
Oh, good.
They know that.
A
No, I
lot of
didn't know
people didn't
that.
know that, bro. A lot of people didn't know it. And I try and
You
tell
know
people that
what?
they look at me like,
Actually, OW taught me that too. Yeah, yeah, you got yeah. That was a good trick, and it worked.
mhm.
I did not know that.
Oh yeah, man. A little food for thought, man. That's why I was telling you, it's good to get into these travel communities. You could always learn something new. And I don't claim to know everything. I look out, I reach out to brothers to actually school me and give me helpful travel advice to save money on these flights, to save money on food, to places to go at or whatnot. That's what we're here for, to exchange information, not to exchange insults between each other. It's not conducive to what we're actually out here to do, which is to travel the world and enjoy our lives. So that's what I'm actually here to do.
Yeah. You know
I
anything
agree with you.
about the TSA pre-check or anything?
Oh yeah, facts 1 2 3 says Johnny LA go to Cali. Facts 1 2 3. I'm gonna be honest with you. Cali's not on my radar because a lot of the women over there are dark skinned, and it's not my forte. Um,
Oh.
so I'm gonna stick to what I like. So no, but thank you for the advice though.
I love it. You're getting it, Johnny. You're getting it, my brother. Yeah.
Yeah. Matter of
Oh
fact, I think if me and OW, matter of fact, if we happen to, be in the same vicinity, and we do a live, I might have to bring up one of my little chicas so that everybody can see my particular type. If we happen to be in the same vicinity,
One never know.
you
All right,
never
Mr.
know.
Alicia said we need 10 more likes, y'all. Come on, y'all, help me out.
Hold
I
on.
don't
I'm
know
gonna go
what,
get my other phone and log in. I'm gonna give you one of them.
gonna get the burner account.
Yeah, yes, sir. You know what it's hitting for.
You
All
know
right,
what? You know what? Now that he said that, I need to get me a burner. I need to get me a burner cell.
a burner
Yeah,
cell.
man. Get you a burner cell with 2 separate WhatsApp accounts. Trust me, you'll thank
That's
me later.
exactly
You're
it. Yep.
welcome. You're
Yep.
welcome.
Thank you, OW, for that one. Thank you so much for that, sir.
Charles Explorer says, how you getting water past TSA? I'll tell you a little trick I saw on YouTube one time. You make it do it. You make it if you don't want. You can do it if you want. But what they do is they take an empty bottle on the plane and they go to the water fountain, like some real cheap motherfucker. They go to the water fountain and fill that shit up, man. I'm like, damn, these folks trying to save some money around here, boy.
Save it. They trying to save that money so they can spend it on the trip.
Right. I ain't
Yeah.
mad at it. But I ain't gonna lie now, Andre. I bought some water in the airport one time, and I remember that video. And I drank that water because I had like a 4-hour layover. Man, I went to that water fountain and filled it up like 2 times, and before I got on that plane, I filled it up.
I've done that
I was
before
like,
too.
yeah, fuck it. Yeah,
That's right.
you know.
Water's supposed to be free anyway.
Speaking of TSA, do
Now,
you
you can
guys
get
know
free
anything
water on
about
Spirit. You can get free water on the plane. I mean, it ain't gonna be bottled water.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I know a lot of people say water is water, but for me, I'm a very picky person. Now water. I will get a big one. I'll get a life water, and that'll last me for my trip. I
There
don't
you
just
go.
drink out of anywhere.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that too, especially with
Me too.
countries like when we were, like I said, we just got back from Mexico, and we stuck to the water bottle rule, no matter where we went to, so we wouldn't have any mistakes with drinking the wrong water in the wrong areas because
Yep.
we stopped off a few days in Mexico City, had a great time, authentic Mexican music, and all the tacos we can eat with tequila, and then we went on ahead to Playa, hung out there. We really like Playa, man. That's the first time I've been to Playa, so that was really good, man. And then we went to Cancun, did the beach life type of thing. And then we came back and we spent like 3 days in Bogota. And man, I did not know Bogota. I won't lie. If I had to put Bogota and Chicago next to each other, I'd either say they were twins or Bogota is more modern than Chicago.
Oh yeah, Bogota. Bogota. I'm gonna tell you something. I went there. I was there for a layover for 4 hours, and I did some research. I went through the city, and when I tell you Bogota was amazing, you just gotta know where you're going.
Right. We ate good, beautiful restaurants, but what just blew me away how modern. I mean, it was like ultra modern, like some of the European cities type of modern. I mean, the malls were just over the top malls and some of the the buildings. As you well know, as soon as you get to Bogota and you leave in the airport, you kind of wondering like, am I back in the States? Because this is like New York / LA / big city. But then I had already known, as you can tell from all the magnets on the refrigerator, all the places that we've been to already. And so I could not
Damn,
believe how.
that's all the places you've been to, you and your wife? That's a lot of
Yeah,
spots.
yeah. We've been to a lot of places so far with across the border.
Damn.
And so the next official trip is we're gonna spend 4 months in DR.
Oh my.
We're gonna do 4 months in DR. So, and
what
then we're
city?
gonna head over to Lisbon, Portugal.
Oh, Portugal. Okay.
Damn, doing big things.
Yeah,
What city in DR?
we don't know. We got a couple friends that are YouTubers that are couples that have suggestions for us, because you single brothers, y'all have y'all things that y'all do in DR Colombia, and we showcase what couples can do in Colombia and couples can do in Mexico or Panama or wherever we go, and so we want to showcase what couples can do when they go to DRs as well, because it's enough of you guys out there to kind of showcase the fun festivities and the lifestyle of a single person's life. And so we just wanted to showcase the other side of, if you go there as a couple, where you can stay, where you can get a nice Airbnb for a certain amount of money and things like that. And some of the more adventurous stuff that you guys do too, like some of the snorkeling, like some of the zip lining and some of the mountain climbing, the tracking, stuff like that. So we wanted to showcase some of those things that couples can do too.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, I just watched your channel about the stimulus.
Yeah. I just finished doing a 2.5 hour live stream over there, because we did like 2 of them while we were on vacation. And now that the channel has been growing on that, it's almost like we had to start another channel. We had to start Love Crossing Borders TV to get back to the core of what we started off with, talking about Colombia, talk about travel, things like that. So we started Love Crossing Borders TV on the other side. So we're moving all those videos of travel to that side. And then we turn to this channel, the one that's like 40,000 subscribers. We turned that one into remote control money.
I gotta say something. To be honest, Mexico's a really good place, just depending on where you go.
Yes.
Mexico City. I went to Mexico City. I've been in Guadalajara. I will say Guadalajara, for example, it's for couples, married couples. It's not really a place you can really look for women, quote unquote. One of my little girls in Mexico or in TJ, she wants me to take her to Cancun. I've been to Cancun once, and it was amazing. I will say that it was amazing. But you got to go in the right time when the currency's right.
True, that's true. You're so right.
So on a serious note, not even joking around. People don't, a lot of people don't realize that currency makes a huge difference in those dollars in the currency, because when I went to Cancun, the currency was I think it was like 3 or 4 to 1, which is amazing. I mean, my hotel room for 5 nights was like 140 or 150. I think it was like one with tax, like 151 out the window. So you just gotta know when to go. And like I said, just depending on where you go, obviously do your research. I know that's a broad statement, but you really gotta do your research to where you go. Because if you don't, you're gonna be lost. And of course, I'm pretty sure you saw this out there in Mexico, that the taxi drivers, if you don't know any better, they're gonna try to get you for your money.
Yes, they do. Yes, they will. Easily. And will get upset about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and also just to add to that, if you go to Cancun, you definitely want to go to Women's Island. That's a really nice spot.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Even if you're like by yourself, or if you're with your wife or something, Women's Island, you definitely want to go see Women's Island. Great spot.
The only
I would definitely have to check that out.
Yeah, it's right. I mean, it's right there too.
Yes.
It's a ferry that goes back and forth, and the only reason we didn't go,
yes, it's really spend the whole day. You can spend the whole day there. You have a great time.
Only reason we didn't go is because the back end of the hurricanes and the tropical storms were still showing up in Cancun when we were there. So it would be great during 1 minute of the day, and next minute the rain is just coming down like crazy, and then all of a sudden it's sunny again. So we were like, okay, do we go? Do we not go? Because nobody wants to go to an island and it's raining. So that's the only reason why we didn't go. The hurricane was still doing its aftermath in Cancun.
I believe that hurricane has touched down in somewhere in Honduras, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it did. And in the aftermath is just killing Barranquilla. Those aftermath rains are killing Barranquilla and Cartagena. I mean, you think Noah? You need an ark to be in Cartagena and Barranquilla right now in Santa Marta. I mean, they have no sewer system. So for the like we have, if it rains, and you got the sewer system, but they don't have that built in the city. So whenever it has the major floods or with tropical storms or aftermath of hurricanes, it just sits there, and everybody's house is underwater, and they basically just their cars become boats, and they ride around in boats. And I just saw one video of like 20 cows just floating down. You saw that one with the cows that were trying to swim. You looking like, I mean, think about them cows like. Yeah, every year that happens. Every single year. Cartagena. Andre was just showing me the video of where our Airbnb was in Cartagena. It's underwater. Like that main spot, Rich, down by the clock tower. All that is underwater.
Quick question, real quick. How long ago was that video?
I don't know. All that's underwater.
They said it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
I thought it was on the 14th, but I don't know.
I've been thinking it's been over the past few days, because usually it takes a few days for it to build up. And like I mentioned, they have no sewer system. I don't know why, but they don't. They don't have no sewer system. They just let it go from one river or one part of the ocean to the other part. Because remember, Colombia is one of the few countries that's connected by two oceans, with the Pacific and the Atlantic coming together. And so I don't know how they do it. I guess they just let the flood be a flood, and they deal with it every year since I've been here. Cartagena and Barranquilla and Santa Marta go through those floods every single year.
Yeah, I mean, you know, man, here in Atlanta, man, in some of the areas in Atlanta, man, when it rains real hard, it floods too. Not like that to that extent, but man, they got some roads that they close off when it rain real hard, man. That shit, because the sewer system ain't no good in Atlanta, man. Fucked up, man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, straight up. But I mean, it's got to rain real hard for a while, but it does happen, man.
Because I was staying in Stockbridge for a minute, like maybe for a few months, but I didn't really like live there like you do. Like you know a lot more than I didn't know that.
Right, in the city though. I'm talking like in the city.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I really liked Bogota, other than the cold weather, because you got to have a jacket. That's crazy. But it was, man, it was extremely modern. I mean, every area has a hood, but I was surprised at how huge Bogota was, because we're gonna drop the video. We took the ferry trolley that takes you all the way to the top of the city, where you can look over the city. It's like a giant. It's a church up there, and it takes you like 5 minutes, and it just takes you straight up. Kind of like Rich, when you guys went to in Rio, and y'all went to the top to see the top of the Christ the Redeemer.
Right.
Yeah, and y'all took that trolley and it just went straight up. That's how it is in Bogota. They have one of those, and it went straight up, and you look down over the city, and it will amaze you how humongous Bogota is. I mean, it is a huge, huge city. And now like I say, now I see why it's ranked number 13th largest city in the world, behind Chicago. Chicago is 13,000 population, and Bogota is 10,000, right behind Chicago for the largest population in the world.
Right.
And Medellin is 66. Just in case some of you guys were wondering, it's number 66 in the world. At the number, I think it's 3 to 4 million.
Right. Shout out to Mad Cow, man. I seen some of them Thailand videos when they got their rainy season, man. That shit looked like a river running through the goddamn city.
Yeah. I was seeing dudes I was looking at other videos where dudes were being washed away in the streets of Cartagena over the past couple of days, and I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy to see such a beautiful city that when we go, you know, that never even comes to your mind to see that it would flood like that every year. And it doesn't even look like it would flood like that when we go to Cartagena. And then to see it in this type of condition is like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, they did have people dancing in the floods out there, man. Let me see if I can pull up them videos.
Yeah, man.
Crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, I was really, really impressed with Bogota. I was like, man, if it wasn't cold, man, I consider coming here because it was really nice, man. If you're a person that's into big cities and you want to have that U.S. feel without paying U.S. dollars, Bogota and Medellin is definitely two most modern cities I've seen in South America like that, on that level.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Somebody got the videos where they dancing in the water. Send it to me on WhatsApp real quick. Try to put it up for y'all.
Dancing in the water.
I usually try to pull off of YouTube versus pulling off the WhatsApp groups, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because once it's
Hey,
on
Dre,
YouTube, it's public. Huh?
Dre, did you stay Airbnb or hotel in Bogota?
We because we're just going to be there for a couple of days, because we're only like 3 days. We stayed in a hotel, but when we were in Mexico, we stayed in Airbnb because it gives you the opportunity to cook if you want to and go out and eat if you want to. But our next time going to Bogota, we'll be doing the Airbnb because we want that feel. We like that feel of like that feel like this place is your home. If you want to live here, what would it feel like? And that's what Airbnbs do for us. But this was one of the few cities that we ever went to that we just did hotels. But we really enjoyed ourselves, man. It was really nice, but it was just it was a consistent cold where you always got to have your jacket on or a coat on all day.
So how cold was it?
Can you get
Like, what was the temperature
Airbnbs
like?
and have like a housekeeper and stuff to come in?
Yeah, we did.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, because I've never tried an Airbnb. I've always just stayed in hotels because I'd rather have someone come in and clean up after me. I don't want to do straightening out or anything like that. I'm gonna have to try it at some point, though.
Yeah, we did that when we were in Playa and in Cancun. They came in, cleaned everything up. Like we could go to, like if we were leaving for the day, we could go to the front desk and let them know, hey, we'll be leaving, blah 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 blah. And the lady would come in, and front desk will let them know to come in and do what they have to do. Because the Airbnb that we were in was somewhat like an Airbnb apartment resort. So it was
okay.
But you had a full scale apartment like you were living there.
Okay,
Bedroom,
that's good.
type of, yeah. And it was only like $40 a night for a whole apartment. So with housekeeping, full scale kitchen. Yeah, so
that's
Bogota is part of Andes, right?
What did you say?
Bogota, is that part of the Andes Mountains?
Yeah, it's part of Andes Mountains. That's why it's cold. That's why it gets cold. The brother was asking how cold. Since they do everything in Celsius, I'm from the States. We do everything in Fahrenheit. So, so I wouldn't be able to tell you like, but it wasn't like it's about to snow tomorrow cold, but it was like October cold. Like in October or late September when you don't know whether you need to put a jacket on or take a jacket off, you need to wear a coat or not wear a coat. That's how Bogota is. It's that trick weather. Like you'll see somebody out there jogging and exercising and riding bikes. You're like, oh, it's good out there. As soon as you step out there, you're like, damn, what is? Or when it gets nighttime, oh, it's cold every night.
Oh yeah, that's the same way with Santiago, Chile. In Chile, I did not know that Santiago was surrounded by mountains. I did not know that at all. Learned the hard way. Yeah, because when we touched down Santiago, they said the the temperature was 32 degrees Celsius, 0 degrees Fahrenheit. That was a problem.
And you know, so when you hear it, you kind of like, okay, if you don't
reverse that,
you kind of like, okay, is that cold or? And
we
then when you
reversed it, yeah. I caught myself. It was 0 degrees Celsius, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Sorry about that.
Okay. Ooh, that's really cool.
It was still cold.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tampa 1. Question for the panel. I plan to go to Cartagena next week. Should I still go?
Oh man!
Unless you can swim really, really good. It's muddy water.
Fuck you, ain't right.
Ain't no way in heck you go to Cartagena next week. Crazy.
Oh man!
I tell you what, brother. If you already got your flight, you can go there, right? And if it ain't looking right, buy you a little ticket to go to another city, and it ain't gonna cost you no more than $150.
If that,
you know, and that's last minute. If you would have bought it ahead of time, it would have been probably 40 or 50 bucks round trip, right?
Correct. That's the one thing I do like about Colombia. Flights are so inexpensive to get around the country. I mean, most people don't know that Colombia is only the size of Texas. So, just in case you ever had a big comparison sizes, Colombia is literally the size of Texas.
Hey, who got that background noise? Sound like somebody got a police scanner back there.
I know, right? Or what was those? The I forgot what the mouth things were back in the day.
Right.
The CB.
The CB. Thank you, brother. Like a CB back there.
CB4.
Mm-hmm. That was a good movie. But yeah, man.
Damn, bro, we showing our age, bro. We know what CB4 is, man. We showing our age.
Cell block for.
There you go, Andre.
It was a good movie.
Is Cali a good? Cali is an excellent backup. It's still hot as can be. We're still at 70, 80 degrees. No rain. It's still some brothers that's still coming down here now. I got a couple of brothers that were down here when we left, and they're still here. So they're doing like a month two here. Cali has more restaurants than Medellin, has more clubs than Medellin, more bars than Medellin. A lot of people don't know that. Medellin has over 920 bars and clubs and restaurants, and Cali has 1,200 plus bars and restaurants.
You still do the tours and stuff, don't you?
Yeah, tours. Yep. I was supposed to do a tour for some guys. They were like, Dre, we coming down. We need you to do the tour. And I was like, we're gonna be gone. And so what I connected them with my girl D, and D did the tour with them and showed them around Cali while we were gone. So, and plus, a lot of stuff that people don't know about Cali, like for example, Cali has you have Christ the Redeemer in Brazil. You have Christ the King statue here in Cali, the exact same statue. It's just a little bit shorter, but the exact same statue here that stretches out here in Cali, Colombia, at the top of the hill, right? Like for us, maybe I look out my deck and actually can see Christ the King statue. You have, the salsa. The one thing about Cali, the bars are.
Did you say salsa, Dre?
Yeah, salsa. Oh yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me show you salsa.
That's all Bedankia. That's all music. That horn, you won't hear that horn anywhere else in Colombia. And as soon as you hear it, you're like, that's Bedankia, Santa Marta, Cartagena, all that coast, Choco, that whole coastal region of Afro-Colombians. And so one thing about Colombia, you ain't gonna stop the music. They dance at funerals, so they definitely. It's almost like how New Orleans has that the second line in his music. That's how a lot of funerals here are in Colombia, especially in the Afro-Colombian community. It's almost like celebrating the next level or next stage of life that a person is going to with death. So in the Afro-Colombian community, they still hold on to a lot of African roots here. Another thing that they celebrate a lot here is the fact that Haiti helped to liberate Colombia when they were under the dictatorship and the slavery of Spain. They couldn't.
And Venezuela, right?
Say that again.
And Venezuela, right?
Yeah, and Venezuela. Yeah. They helped. I mean, Haiti and Venezuela are like this. Colombia is still close to them, but Haiti and Venezuela, they still cool because of what they did hundreds of years ago to help fight for the independence of. Actually, it was actually called at that time period for a split second. It was called the United States of Colombia, and it was Venezuela, it was Colombia, and it was Ecuador, and also, if I'm not mistaken, either Panama or Costa Rica. One of those two were in it as well. It's like this family, right? Before they kind of like branched off and did their own thing. And they couldn't fight for their own independence. So what happened is a man ran to Haiti, Bolivar ran to Haiti and asked the Haitian leader, listen, I need some guns, I need some ammunition. What's up? Can you look out for a brother? And he was like, you know what? Haiti was only 11 years old from their own freedom at that time period. And so Haiti said, hey, we fought for our freedom. We know what it's like. We ask you to do one thing. If you win, you got to free the slaves in Colombia. Bolivar said, okay, cool, we'll do that. So he gave him guns, he gave him soldiers, he gave him money, came back to fight the Spaniards in Cartagena and lost. So he ran back to Haiti, asked for more help. Haiti said, we know what it's like, we got you. And so Haiti ended up giving them more strategies on how to win a victory. Because Bolivar ran over there. Bolivar ended up being he was like Colombia's George Washington. Remember George Washington, and then went to France and asked for help.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were going to Haiti because they were like, these people know how to fight for freedom. so when Bolivar went back, and the Haitians sent leaders this time. They sent generals over there with Bolivar to come over here to fight for freedom and fought for their freedom, and they did not free the slaves. And Haiti got into a war with Colombia at one point in time. They squashed the beef, and now all over Colombia, you'll see, especially in Cali and Cali, yeah, because he didn't free the slaves. Oh, my man in Haiti was mad, and so he was like, "Oh, I give you my generals, my guns, my soldiers. I asked you to do one thing, Bolivar, and you couldn't free the slaves." And what ended up happening is because of this war, this was one of the things that caused Haiti to be ostracized around the world. Because the United States was still one of the few countries that had slavery, even though only 4% of all slaves went to the U.S. Brazil was trying to fight out of their slavery. London had already ended their slavery. So a lot of places that wanted slavery was on the side of Colombia, and the parts that didn't want slavery or had already ended slavery were on the side of Haiti. And what ended up happening is there was more on the side of having slavery than those that were not on the side of having. So they all ostracized Haiti. And that's why today, Haiti is somewhat ostracized economically because of that war that they had with Colombia, because they told Colombia, you need to free the slaves. And Colombia said, we did, now what? So at the end of the day, they end up having a war, and that war branched off into an economic war between those that wanted slavery and those that didn't want slavery. And Haiti ended up being stuck in the middle of all of it. And they were, to this day, still trying to come back from that moment in time when they had the brief war with Colombia.
Yeah, because I'm learning more about that, especially the Haitian Revolution, and I mean, just reading stories about it and hearing everything, and realize they fought off 3 major empires.
They did,
and they pretty much actually paved the way for the expansion of the U.S. The Louisiana Purchase. It wasn't for because I remember
absolutely correct. You're right.
And yeah, so and also too, there was a slavery rebellion broke out. If I'm not mistaken, it was somewhere in Louisiana, or maybe I might be wrong. Either
No.
Louisiana.
Nat Turner's slave revolt was a off branch of what he saw take or heard take place in Haiti, and he was like, "Listen, if they could do it, let's use their tactics and do the same thing." And you're right about the Louisiana Purchase. The French were going broke. The French needed Haiti so bad that at one point in time, over 2/3 of the average French population depended on Haiti in one way or another. The money that was coming from Haiti, because it was not just cotton. Haiti was one of the first countries in the world to produce and ship out this new product that no one had ever had before: sugar. Haiti ruled the world in sugar and coffee at that time period. And so the French needed that money coming from Haiti. And so when Haiti cut them off, now French, they're going broke because they're trying to fight the war to get Haiti back. And so they're like, listen, America, we got this plot of land called Louisiana. I know y'all want to try to make your countries whole. So why don't y'all buy this little piece of property from us and, let's call this a deal. So that's how the Louisiana Purchase took place, because the French didn't have enough money to fight against the Haitians.
Yeah.
Andre, you been to Haiti before?
Oh, no. I just did a lot of homework on it. But when we get to DR, one of the things that we plan on doing is spending some time in Haiti and really learn a lot more about the Haitian leaders. There's a book that I'm about to purchase about the history and the heroes of Haiti.
Right.
Did Vietnam use the same tactics as the Haitian Revolution?
You know what? I believe so.
Yeah, because one of the leaders, I've seen, read something about that. One of the Vietnam leaders used the same tactics. He was inspired by the Haitian Revolution to do that guerrilla warfare to fight off, to use those same tactics during the Vietnam War.
I was just watching a documentary. They said that the Haitians pulled off what Spartacus couldn't do in Rome. Spartacus was trying to do the exact same thing in Rome and free, the white slaves per se, and he couldn't accomplish it. Of course, he died trying to accomplish it. Haiti accomplished what Spartacus could not accomplish. That's why globally, the Haitian Revolution is considered one of the greatest acts of war and fight for freedom that any in the world, even greater than the one for the United States, because Haiti literally did it alone. Nobody came aside and said, we're going to help Haiti. Haitians basically did it with pitchforks, axes, and the few guns that they could put together, and they actually fought off the French. Even though at that time period, what helped them out a little bit was the slave numbers compared to the white French in Haiti was 10-1. So you got one white French dude there compared to 10 Haitians. And so they already knew that eventually a revolt will take place because they just didn't have the numbers. And it was just amazing how people sit back and see, a lot of people are honored by what Haiti did. There are so many statues, like downtown, Ace Live even did a video on it. Downtown, all over Colombia, you will find Haitian statues or buildings that are named after Haitian generals or leaders because of what Haiti did for Colombia. They didn't do them, even though Colombia didn't do them right in regards to slaves, they did have to respect and love and honor what Haiti did for them to even get their freedom. Colombia actually got the idea of 3 colors on your flag from Haiti. They also literally took the Constitution of Haiti and just put it in Spanish. and that's the Colombian Constitution, how their democracy is set up, based off the Haitians, how they literally created their own constitution. And Colombia says, hey, it was great when we were over there. Bolivar said he was over there for a few years. And all that he learned from the kings and the leaders and the generals over there, they just brought everything over from Haiti to Colombia. And that's why they have still have such honor and respect for Haiti in this country.
Right.
You might be thinking that you walking past a building and that's a Colombian leader or the name of a Colombian general or the school is named after somebody from Colombia. And a lot of times that's just a Haitian dude that was a general that came over here and helped Colombia fight for their freedom. And because of that, they named a school or a hospital or put up a statue. We walked past maybe when we were in Bogota, at least 4 Haitian statues that were dedicated to Haitian leaders. Male and female.
I did not know
Trees,
that.
what's going on, man?
Not much, man. Still a little bit exhausted with now, but I had to get up and come and holler at everybody. What's going on, Drake?
Yo, this. What's up, brother?
What's going
Not
on,
much,
Drake?
man. I tried to call you, bro. You ain't pick up the phone, man. But I guess you was enjoying yourself, so I can't knock you for that. You
Yeah,
know
we
what I'm
finally
saying?
got to get that honeymoon in.
Right,
Finally.
right, right. Yeah, I said I'm gonna just, he ain't pick up the phone. I'm gonna just go and leave him alone. Then. What's going on, Cam?
Not much, man. How was Brazil for you?
It was all right, man. Just had a couple of blocks I ran into, but somehow I managed to make a good time out of everywhere I go, regardless.
That's what's up. That's good to hear, man. Yeah, I just
What's going on,
booked my
Johnny?
flight.
What's up, my brother? How you doing?
I'm all right, man. You
How
gotta.
was I was gonna say how was Brazil, man? How were the chicas and how was everything out there, man?
I mean, Chicas are Chicas, man. Brazil was all right though. You know what I'm saying?
Did you go
I
to
It's
the
just
all.
I
different?
was just trying to see if it was open season, and I'm gonna have to make my way down that way eventually.
Don't
Hey,
worry. It all depends. I'll be back at some point. I just don't know when. I got other things on my hit list for 21.
hey, Drees, did you go to a different part than what you had gone before, or did you go to the part that you had been before?
Well, I tried to go to Sao Paulo for a day and shit like went left. You know, I was looking to go to Cabo Frio, but due to how the weather was down there, I decided not to go. I just went to some other clubs. I went back to little Africa. Some people call it Pedro do Sal,
Mm-hmm.
and for the most part, Pedro do Sal, bro. I'm gonna say it like this: those people in Brazil are not worried about no damn coronavirus. They're not. I got there. It was about 2,000 people. About 30 minutes later, it was about 4,000 people. So I went and found me a clear spot where nobody was at. 10 minutes later, that spot was packed. So I said, you know what? I'm getting out of Dodge. I'm talking about it was people everywhere, bro. I was looking for the footage on my phone so I could send it to Rich so he could show it. But for the most part, those people are on some look. People just gonna get it. And the way it's the way I think about it. It's like everybody gonna get it sooner or later. It's all about how your system is when it comes in contact with you, and the way it's looking, it's still gonna be on some survival of the fittest type deal. So stay on your elderberry, stay on your whatever you normally own as far as your
Thank you.
system
Yeah.
is concerned. You know, and and it's flip a coin. Either you gonna make it or you're not gonna make it.
Sorry to interrupt you guys. I'm about to jump off. I gotta get in here to my job, but I'm gonna still listen to y'all. So y'all have a good night.
You too, brother.
All right, man. Appreciate you coming on, brother.
All right, man. Stay safe.
All right, later.
But as far as new places that I went to a place called Tijuca. And Tijuca is maybe 30 minutes. No, it's about an hour outside of Rio. It was like the only place I could make it to before
Mm-hmm.
the rain was projected to show up. I went out there. I met up with this lady who does remote work. She's Brazilian, but she does remote work in Peru, and she does another remote job with a company in Korea. And that's what I linked up with her. Me and her did a live together, and I
That's
brought that
good.
information. Yeah, so I might be working with her starting at the beginning of the year. So when I come back here, when I get back to the States, I'm gonna go ahead on and clean out my laptops and everything. So I'll be able to handle whatever I need to put on the computer to start remote work, and I'll definitely be starting 2021. The live that I did with her, I was actually supposed to be doing it with her live in Tijuca, but due to like when I got there, I wasn't able to check into my hotel about 2 o'clock that evening, but I got the Rio about 2 o'clock that morning. So for the first couple of hours, 12 hours, I was maybe homeless for a little bit, so, I'm in the streets, I found another traveler that like seen me. I went over there and chill at their place for a minute. And once my place opened up, I went on and dropped my bags off and made my way to Tijuca. So for the most part, like I said, even though I ran into a few roadblocks, I still managed to have a good time nonetheless.
That's good. That's good.
Franjoy, what's going on, brother?
Just came out of work, man. Make myself at home. I was listening to your ad from my car. Hey, good history lesson, Mr. Andre. Good history lesson. I love the history lesson.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm a history buff, so I followed you all the way. The sugar thing was awesome, but Dominican Republic also has sugar too. But yeah, awesome history lesson, man.
Yeah, it's amazing how it all kind of like complements each other. And when you're here, you see all these statues of black individuals. You just think that maybe they were Afro-Colombian, and then you find out that these are Haitian leaders or Haitian generals and kings, and then you find out that the Constitution, was created based off the Haitian. When the flag, they got the idea of 3 colors from Haiti, and they just learned. Colombia learned so much from Haiti, and Venezuela still, like when Haiti a couple of years ago were going through problems with the structure of their electrical grid, Venezuela just stepped right up and say, "What y'all need? Y'all need us to send people over there to build it? Do you need money for it? What do you need?" Because Venezuela, to this, they have a celebration every year in honor of what Haiti did on their behalf for fighting for them.
And it's also the anthem. I was shocked that I was listening to the anthem in Spanish. And in the anthem, they said, "We will not be racist. We will treat the blacks." I was like, what the hell? The anthem has that we cannot be racist in our country, in Venezuela. That's what I was like, wow. I was shocked.
Yeah, they have such a respect for people of color, and especially people of Haiti. I mean, when I sat back and I was like, I'm not talking about something that they looked out for many moons ago. I'm talking about just like in recent times. They're like, Haiti, whatever you need, we got you. And it's not like one of those like military type of, you watch my back and we give you oil type of thing. It's like, Haiti, thank you for everything that you did. Colombia it honors Haiti, but Venezuela really showcases its love and its appreciation for what Haiti did on behalf of this region of the world.
What's up?
Yeah, that's definitely what's up on that. Yeah, I did not know about those statues.
Yeah, it's one that they just erected, and it was a black artist, sculptor that actually does a lot of them here. And me and Ace were downtown, and we were walking. And Ace was like, "That's so and so. That's Alexander so and so and so." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Man, that's the general from Haiti." And he just started breaking down the history. And then when I found out the history of the statue and the history of the guy, and this guy was the leader of Haiti at that time period, that opened up all the doors for Colombia. I mean, opened up so many. They would have never been a free Colombia from Spain if it wasn't for Haiti. If it wasn't for Haiti.
I told that story a lot too. I said, because I went back there and I actually took a picture of it too, because I loved it when he did that. So I know where that's right where you before you go up that little ramp is just before that. That stage. If you go to the left side of that, you're gonna see the slave with the priest.
Yeah.
That's the museum right next to it.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I've been there. I'm a history buff, so I went out and did it too.
Yeah, so yeah, man, it's just great to learn. It's great when you and I know Rich can attest to this as well as Dries. It's great to see other parts of the African diaspora other than the Africa part and the Afro-American part, because we've been taught to automatically gravitate towards if we don't focus on African American part, focus directly on Africa, and as if there was no other part of being black in the world. And then for a little while, we get a little snippet of, oh yeah, by the way, there's blacks in Brazil, and that's all we get. But then when when you start to travel like all of us are doing, you get a chance to realize, wait a minute, you start to really appreciate your island blacks. You start to appreciate the Cubas. You start to appreciate the Cartagenas, and Cartagena was literally the New York Stock Exchange of slavery. The slave boats would come to Cartagena. You would negotiate what boats you wanted. Then the boats would go out to the different islands and different locations in the United States and to Brazil and so forth and so forth. So a lot of, to see that clock tower, and you're like, hey, it's kind of funny because now I see that clock tower and think about all those slaves that were bought and sold in that same location where dudes go now to buy and sell mangoes.
Venezuelan girls.
Literally in the same spot. Literally. You can get mangoes in the same spot where dudes used to come to buy and sell slaves, man.
You tell that story when I from my perspective, because I'm Spanish, I was born in the Afro, and my father was born in 1941, and his father was born in Panama too. But I got a different point of view because my father used to tell me all the time how he wasn't able to go to the white section and drink off their faucet. So he used to do all the time. In the Panama Canal, there used to be a black side and a white side. We had to drink out of the silver one. The white people drank out of the gold one. And he used to always be mad, like, yeah, that's a white man club, and this is this. So all through my life, he always explained to me the whole scenario, and I was able to see it. That's why my perspective is a little different than yours, because I see from a Spanish perspective, but I saw it because my father always told me, hey, look, you couldn't go to this neighborhood because it's white. And if you remember Panama at that time, it was segregated because the United States owned the Panama Canal. Mm-hmm. And they had one side and then we had the other. But if you can go further than that, and we became Spanish, is that you took all the Caribbean people from all the Caribbean countries and you brought them to Panama to build the Panama Canal. Mm-hmm. And when you did that, you segregated them too. You brought the Jim Crow from the United States to Panama, and then you created this thing. But the only thing is, there were so many black people that they started speaking Spanish, and the country started speaking English. It started becoming English. So the Panamanian put a law that you had to speak Spanish. Well, my grandmother never spoke Spanish a day in her life. Never spoke Spanish, and she lived the whole life in Panama. That's why I tell you, the older Panamanians speak English, the new ones don't. But it was heavy. Segregation was heavy in Panama. Work for him.
Wow.
That's why. And I'm gonna go a little, and I'm gonna get off this. Remember, reggaeton started from Panama because we always listen to reggae. If you go to Panama, you're always gonna hear reggae on the radio station. People like bugging out because it's a Spanish country, but you hear reggae on and when you go to the club, the Spanish girls are dancing reggae harder than a black or Jamaican would because they were raised in it. So it's just a different culture that you have. Everything's a melting pot right in there. So it's another perspective on it, though. But yeah, history is a beautiful thing.
It is, brother. It is. And don't get me wrong, the struggle is still real for the Afro-Colombians here.
Thank you.
The struggle is real, brother. I mean,
Andre, I just had a 3-hour conversation with this girl from Bogota. And the first thing, because I've been talking a lot, because I'm going to Bogota next week, right? I'll be in Bogota Thursday and Friday, or I'll be in Bogota one of those days. And I was talking to this girl in Bogota, and every time I come to one of these shows, people always tell me, I don't see no racism, I don't see this. And the first thing out of this girl's voice is there's racism all over Bogota. And I said, what? She goes, yes, let me explain to you. And then she started giving me her point of view, because she's a dark Colombian. And it was crazy. I mean, and people understand, when you talk to another Spanish person that's black, you automatically bring the source with them. You tell them, hey, this is what's happening to us. But when there's that shut out, Milano. When there's that disconnection, like they don't perceive you to understand their cause and where they're standing from, they just take a step back and give you the whole tourist view.
True. It's almost like you have to ask for it, or in my case, since I live here, I see it on a daily basis.
Thank you.
It's like it's almost like I never see them in office work, if rarely. I never see them in managerial positions. I always see mainly blacks with brooms and mops. And or maids. It's like it's almost like stepping back in time when black people in the African American experience were maids in the 50s and 60s, and to sit back and come to a country and I live in the suburbs, so the only time I see blacks is when they get ready to come to this area to work in the houses of whites, or work in the mall and push a broom. Then they all go back home to the south side of Colombia, or to the east side of Cali. And I'm like, what? 5 o'clock come, I'm looking like, where the brothers and sisters at? Because you don't see them.
And that's
not
what
my area.
You see, and I have this discussion with a lot of people, and they can't understand me. They can't. Only if you lived it. I can't. When I go to Colombia, because I stayed in Cali for a while, one of my favorite cities. Man, I'm telling you, they come at me like there's segregation everywhere. You know, there's only one black college in Cali right now. It's only one black college.
Right.
It was made because of a slave that became a lawyer, became rich, and then he built the black college.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there's only one black college, and that's in a black area. Other than that, black people in Cali and whatnot have to have a certain GPA, and even then they don't get taken first. It's crazy when they speak to me. Like, let me go back to this story. I was talking to this Afro-Colombian from Bogota. She lived in Cali. She was born in Cali, but her father lives in Bogota. And we were talking, and the first thing he told me is like, "There's racism in Bogota." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "It's everywhere. You can't even believe it. It's everywhere. We can't get jobs. We can't do this." So, and then she started explaining to me what was going on. She goes, "Let me give you a story that happened to me. This happened to me a week ago. I went to the store, but I don't think it's racism. I checked on it too because I don't think it was racism. Because I had the same conversation with a female in Cali, and I gave my perspective on racism. But what she said is, I went to the store with my mother. I had money in my pocket. We were going to see a store, and I wanted to see a blouse. And I thought the blouse was real pretty, real nice. I told the woman, "Can I see the blouse?" The woman said, "No. Let me see the money first." And she said, "What?" He goes, "Let me see your money first." I said, "Well, I got to show you my money. You didn't ask nobody else for the money." He goes, "I want to see your money first. I'm not letting you see the blouse until you see me. I'll see your money first." And then that when the young girl got indignant, like, I ain't showing you no damn money for the blouse. I just want to see the blouse. She called the cops on her. Cops that took her outside, 2 white cops, white took outside and said, "Yeah, I don't understand. Why are you trying to steal the blouse?" And he's like, "Whoa, I wasn't trying to steal the blouse. She was talking me crazy." She goes, "No, it's your fault because you guys coming up here, cool." 5 minutes later, his supervisor came in, but the supervisor was black. And when the girl started telling the supervisor what happened, he goes, "Look, man, I went to the store. I asked her to see the blouse. She wouldn't let me see the blouse. She wanted me to give her money." And I'm like, "Why are you treating me different than anybody else? Because I'm black?" I said, "I shouldn't have to show you the money to see the blouse." Instead of them listening to me, they took me outside the mall, told me I had to get out the mall because I am trying to steal a blouse. So the supervisor came to me and goes, "Does she have any blouse on her there in her pocket or anything else?" They said, "No." So how do you know she's trying to steal a blouse? Now they're backing up because the supervisor's black. All of a sudden, they're backing up.
Right.
And the supervisor's like, "Nah, man, put her back there. You ain't throwing her out of the mall. Why are you throwing her out of the mall?" It's a young girl with a mother with a 5-year-old. Are they menacing to you? "Oh, we weren't throwing her out because we thought she was going to steal something." He goes, "Has she stolen anything? So why are you throwing her out the mall?" And all of a sudden, apologized and let her go. He goes, "That happened to us all the time here." And when I try to talk to that to brothers, they don't get me because and the same thing she tells me. Most of us go to zone 5 and 6 because we have money and we used to have it our way. And in those zones, like you said, we're only going to see white people because we have money, and that's the way we're privileged. But they come from zone 1 and 2, where we have to go to zone 5, and they don't treat them right at zone 5. They'll always look at them. They know I'm American by the way I'm dressing, the way I'm talking, everything.
Right.
They leave me alone. But and when the girl came to me like, "Look, they treat us like this," and I couldn't believe it until I saw it myself. And once you start seeing it from their point of view, like, "Oh, this shit is everywhere." And if you notice, if you go to Bahia Rica, if you live in Cali, right? If you go to Bahia Rica, you know what Bahia Rica is, right?
And
you go to Bahia Rica in the hood, and that's all black up there.
East, yeah.
That's beautiful people up there. They're happy, they're cool. And all those towns of Bahia Rica up there, when they come to the city, they check them. They check them all the time. I was in Exito. I'm gonna get off the subject because I'm talking to somebody who understands it. Me and my sister, my sister's in Panama, and I was like, "Look, I love Colombia, man. Colombia's the best." Because it's like, I ain't messing with Colombia. I said, "I'll fly you to Colombia." So I brought my sister from Panama, Colombia. It's only an hour ride. I brought her to Colombia. So that's
right.
Yes, yeah. So we at the mall, And I'm talking Spanish to my sister, so you wouldn't know that we're well, probably the way we dress. And we talking only Spanish. We talking back and forth, back and forth. Security guard stands right in front of us like this. I'm not paying him attention because I'm talking to my sister. We proceeded to walk, and he's following me, but he's making it point blank known that he's following us. So I'm looking at my sister like, yo, he just kept following us. He goes, man, you seeing, because he's from Jersey. She's like, man, you see, this is we have money. He's like, nah, he ain't following us. I said, yo, but this cat keeps following us. He's like, nah, she ain't following us. So we go somewhere else. We go to the food court. We go somewhere else. Now my sister goes to Nike store that is in the fancy mall. She goes to Nike store. Just when I went to the Nike store, I said, yo, you notice something here? She goes, what? They no black people. We're the only blacks in here. This cat keep following us. I still haven't said anything. I'm talking to my sister, and I'm getting heated because I lose it real quick. My sister's like, nah, you just thinking of this. It's you. Cool. She goes to the store. I said, nah, I'm going to stay outside. This guy stays right here like this, looking at me. So that's when I flipped out. I said, look at the bus. Oh, and I was about to talk Spanish. I'm like, yo, what's wrong with you, man? How come you keep following us? Oh, I ain't following you, just making sure everything is good. He goes, no, you don't need to follow me. So my sister came back talking English. All of a sudden, he changed his tune. And like I said, I would have continued talking Spanish, but she was talking English to me, so he wouldn't hear it. She's like, oh, no, I'm sorry, and he left. Only when we started English, he knew, oh, you're American. We can afford everything.
True. That's true.
But he followed us so hard that he was right on us the whole time, like, whatever you do, I'm going to catch you. And I'm like, what the fuck? But I try to tell people those stories, and they don't get it because from a tourist point of view, you're not going to see because you coming out there to spend money and enjoy yourself.
That's true.
But the local,
but and also from the you as an American, as many of you rich and Drees and many of us that have come to Colombia have seen, we have an air about ourselves even before we speak. If you're not from here, it's that American almost bravado confidence that whatever, especially if you're from a large city, you got that confidence about yourself. Even in the States, that confidence shine. Like if you from Atlanta, you got a confidence about yourself that you look at Miami like whatever. If you from Detroit, you looking at Cleveland like whatever. So you got a confidence about yourself. So when you come into another country, it's subliminal, subconscious, the way you walk, the way you carry yourself. Like if somebody come up to us begging, not begging, but trying to sell us something. Andrea, my wife, she would go, no gracias. Me, I'm like, I'm putting that hand, I'm snapping my finger, putting that hand up like, and I'm shaking my head while I'm still walking. And if you say something else to me, I'm turning to you like, what the, that's me. But in the States, I can say that and nobody really take it really harsh, like, okay, cool, bro. You know, I'm just trying to say something like, brother, go on with that, man. But in Colombia, they take it like sensitive. Like if I go, get the fuck on, dog. Like, oh, I'm sorry. So we have a confidence that so security guards and other individuals kind of like pick up on that. So with me, I really don't get messed with here and in other countries as much as I would get followed back home in the States. Now in the States, you got security guards trying to follow and looking like, I'm like, what, you trying to buy me something? Come on, if you don't follow me, come with me. Come on. What you trying to buy me? Or you ain't trying to buy me nothing? Get the fuck out of my face. Pardon my language. But my point is that I think that energy of confidence that we have as Americans and that ignorance about what's going on and still going on in other countries almost gives us a leeway of comfort. You know, you have that American confidence, you have the American dollar, you got your American passport. Soon somebody say something, but then you're not aware of the level of racism that's going on in these countries all around you.
They're not.
And you just walk through it like Michael Jackson with his white face, thinking that he's still as black as he was in '72.
I see it because, like I said, man, I love Cali. I went to Cali, and I didn't feel that much love until I went to Cali. When females in Cali, females trying to pick me up, and it was the opposite. Oh, yeah. Man, I went to Cali and I had some cologne on, and I went to the gym. Man, girls are going crazy because I had a little muscle. Girls are going crazy. It's like, yo, girls picking brothers up. But that's because I was walking. I had my cologne. I had my dreads. Man, they king out there. Girls are stopping me. I couldn't even get in the bus. People was like, hey, can I touch your hair? I'm like, is that you? It was crazy. But like I said, I really did notice how the black people, but at the same time, black have their own culture there. They have their own flow. I love it. I love how the Spanish woman and the black man meet each other and they don't give a fuck. Everybody just hangs. Like if you're in Bahia Rica, which is all black, man, you have a blast. You don't even have to come out of there. Only come out to work.
And that's what I notice about the Afro-Colombian community. Very close knit, and you're right. You nailed it right on the head. They only come out to work, and then they all come back together in a group. They've got their own music, own food, on communities, on history, on museums, on everything. Right now, I told myself that in 2021 we are going to showcase more of the Afro-Colombian side of Cali and some of the business owners, some of the because some of the restaurants that we go to are Afro-Colombian. All of Andrea's friends are black. Andrea ain't got no white friends. She ain't never had no white friends.
You know what? I met a lot of Andreas when I went to Bahia Rica. A lot of them girls look just like Andrea, and they were just the color did not matter to them.
No.
You see what I'm saying? When you're poor, everybody sees themselves as the same. There's something in Colombia that's called when you have money, you treat everybody different. And let me go back to this point that I was telling this young girl how I told her that wasn't racism. And I had the same conversation. I was at a family. I was seeing this girl in Colombia, gorgeous. The girl's drop dead gorgeous, right? And the family took me, and I stayed with them for like 7 days. I didn't even go to my hotel. I had a room in their house, and I stayed with them. We cooked the whole night. We vibed. Beautiful feeling. They treat him like one of their own. And when we stood around the table, we were talking. All of us talking about racism. Their racism a little different than ours, and I was letting them know that I perceive racism different than you. Racism to me, somebody has the power to do something to me. Racism, a person doesn't have the power to do anything to me. He's not racist. He just likes what he likes. And let me go back to the story I was telling that young lady that I gave her. I said, well, that girl wasn't racist. The one that told you that, let me see the money before you get the clothing. Please understand, sometimes you have to put yourself in the other person's point of view. If black people go over and over and over and steal because they don't have no money or underpowered and whatnot, you as a business owner is going to take certain precautions. Mm-hmm. Is that now you're going to be a little more harsher towards them. Why? Because now you're stolen from. So when you come in, unfortunately, you're the byproduct of that. So do I see that girl as prejudiced? No, I see her as, look, I'm a woman. It's hard for me to find a job. And when I find a job, I have to sleep with the manager to get that job and keep my job. If you're Spanish, you know what I'm talking about. They actually have to sleep with the supervisors to get the job and keep the job. They don't get lunch breaks. People think like, they don't get lunch breaks. And they're going to work 10 to 14 hours a day and not complain about it. And if you do something in Venezuela, it's going to work for $7 less than you would. So nobody says nothing up there. If you dated a Spanish girl there, which I have, you will know the complaints that they tell me all the time. So therefore, if you look at their perspective is, I got to secure my job, whatever. And if the boss is telling me you're stealing, then I'm going to tell you, give me the money first. That was in prejudice. And I broke it down because that was in prejudice to me. That's the girl making sure that she has something to eat. Prejudice would be if she was the owner and she said, I don't want no blacks here at all without knowing you.
Right.
You went into the store and you asked for to get something and she wanted the money first. I think it was based upon reality and life and how life was there with some black folks. And believe me, when I was in Bahia Rica, I saw a couple of black dudes steal a motorcycle from a girl. It's nothing, because if a girl rides with a moped, they're gonna get got. That's Colombia. Real Colombians, you're gonna get got because they don't have nothing and everybody wants something of yours. It's a really rough country. So we only see the nice parts of it. But when you talk to Colombians, they don't see the nice part of it. They see that they got to put the book bag in the front.
Right. Yeah.
They know that they got to put their hands in the pocket when they're walking down the street because somebody's going to pickpocket you. They know the real Colombia. We don't. We walk. No. But they see. So that's why. And when I was talking to the group of women and people I was talking to, I said, this is how I see racism. Racism is somebody could actually change your life, and because of their action, impact your life. Same. If you go for a job and the owner who owns the company tells everybody, I don't want black people here because I don't believe that they're good workers, that's racism because they're actually affecting your pocket. That person is not affecting your pocket. She's just trying to keep a job. That's just a behavior, but that's just a perception of reality. But for me, racism has to be somebody who actually could change your pocket. A police officer who pulls you over for no good reason, but creates a charge on you. He's actually changing your life. But if you go to the judge and the judge doesn't want to hear you, and because you're black, he automatically puts you in jail. That's because he has the power to change your life. If a person doesn't have the power to change your life, that's just their opinion. And I'm cool because I know some black people don't like white people. They're not prejudiced. They don't like white people. You not liking me doesn't make you prejudiced. You acted on it and able to change my life. That's
gonna call it a night. Good hearing your conversations and stuff, but I'm out of here. Take care, guys. Thank you, Rich.
Right,
hey, yo, Rich, send me your PayPal. I tried to send money before, and it was sent back to me your email. Okay.
You're not putting the 404 in there.
Okay. The 404. Yes. Okay. Send it to me, and I'll make sure I send something to you. I appreciate.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, man.
Last words you got for the brother?
Take care. Good talking to you, brothers. Peace.
All right, brother.
Good talking to you all, man.
All right.
Let me give a shout out to Cam. Appreciate that donation, brother. Thanks for having me on the show, Rich. Anytime, brother.
Thank you so much.
Shout out to Jay. Better combo now than not wearing condom.
That's
hey, you lucky Johnny LA gone. He would have had something to say about that shit.
Y'all brothers have a good night.
Word. All right, man. You take care too, Cam. Appreciate it.
This is a good conversation regarding how we see other countries from the eyes of non-native, being non-native compared to being a native to the country. Because when Andrea's family hear how I talk about America, they get kind of thrown off because they're used to telenovelas and telenovelas, the soap operas are always showing Miami, it's always showing LA, and they make it seem like all of the United States either looks like the suburbs of Miami or Ocean Drive and Collins Avenue, South Beach, or it looks like, the Hollywood area of LA. And so they think that then when I showcase that, what are you talking about? The real United States is not Miami. I say, you go to the United States, you work, you had kids, you die. That's it.
That's it.
I say, United States gonna work you to death, tax you to death, you're gonna have some kids, and then you die.
Yeah.
You get a chance to enjoy nothing. They never tell you about any parts of the world. You got to discover real life for yourself. We don't call it the Matrix for no reason, that you need to unplug yourself from. And they will still sit up there. Oh, if I had a chance, United States. I say, okay, you think I'm playing? I say, United States. I say over here, you don't. I say, I have not heard of somebody walking up in the school and shooting up a bunch of little kids here in Colombia or here in Panama or here and even in Mexico. I don't hear nobody just doing random shootings of kids in little schools. I don't hear anybody walking up to McDonald's and just shooting everybody for no reason. I say every year in the United States, other than COVID year, you gonna get you some mass shootings in a church, in a school, in a something. I say in the United States, you think that you can go over there with your little Colombian pesos and buy that same shirt? No. You gonna work for that shirt. I said that shirt may cost you 50,000 pesos in Colombia, but that's gonna cost you $60, $30 in the States. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? The weird thing is, Spanish people, for two things I'm thinking about. One is the United States has so many different states, and all of our states, we have everything we need in the United States that we don't need to go to other states. If you want to go to Disney World, Disney World's here. If you want to go to Cali, Cali's here. If you want to go to Hawaii, Hawaii's here. If you want to go to the Cayman Islands, which is the United States, it's here. So we don't need to go to any other country because we have everything every other country wants here. We have Hollywood, we have fashion show, we have stock market. So if you want a good weather, you go to Florida. If you want to speak Spanish, you want to go to Florida, you go to Texas. If you want the mountains, you could go to Colorado. So basically, we're self-contained. So we rarely leave. Americans rarely leave the United States. We are a rare breed as a black man, and even as people who have passports. We're a rare breed. So we're like 1% of 1%, because most people are contented being where they are. People don't want to go outside of the borders, and they don't want to exercise that right. Well, when you talk to Spanish people from their point of view, as Spanish people, are family oriented.
True.
They really don't want anything but a family. They want on the weekend, they want to go out, have a nice little party with their family, go to the beach, chill. They really, if they didn't have to work on the weekend, they don't want to work. They just want to spend the time with their kids. So you have two different ideologies. You have the American people that's dollar, work, work, work. I may live here 20 years and I won't talk to my neighbor because in reality, I don't care about my neighbors. All I want to do is my house, my family, and that's all I give a damn. And let me stop. Let me keep up with the Joneses. I have to have a nice car. I have to have a bigger house. I have to have. So the United States about what you have. In Spanish countries, they don't have anything. They don't have no Social Security. They don't have no welfare. They don't have others that are going to leave you. So therefore, they're a community and they hold on to each other and they appreciate family. So when
bring that beat back.
There you go.
Man, I got tenants upstairs, man. I'm
to interrupt you, man, but I just wanted to prove the point you was making.
Yeah, and you know the weird thing is, and Dre, you could probably attest to this. If you know Spanish people in one country, you know Spanish people in every country because we're all the same. We don't change. No. First of all, it's family, and this is the thing. Like I'm talking to this Venezuela girl who's black. I'm talking to a black Venezuela. She's dropped that gorgeous. Fucking got me thinking about her every day. But she's dropped that gorgeous, right? And the first thing I told her is, I'm into family. The first thing she told me is, if you take me, you're taking my mother. She's 27. She lives at home, and she lives with her parents. You have to understand, in Spanish countries, parents are everything to you. You're going to take care of them when you get older. So therefore, in English countries, you don't give a damn about parents. But in Spanish countries, the first thing you're going to do is take care of the parents. And what you're going to do, if I go to their house, I'll probably kiss my girlfriend and kiss her mother and say, hey, ¿cómo estás, suegra? And I'm going to treat the mother just exactly how I treat the daughter because she's an extension of the mother. And they roll together. And in Spanish countries, the mother most likely is going to live with you. So that's just going to be a taken, a given. So there's a different dynamics when you deal with Spanish people. But when you're one and you know the dynamics, you could go to any Spanish country and deal with any women because we're all the same. It's family oriented first. They'll take you in. You're one of them. And when you become one of them, they don't even see colors. You're just one of them. You're a clan with them. And they mess with you, they mess with everyone.
I'll tell you what's amazing about Spanish families compared to family in the States is the more money that you make is almost like the more you kind of like separate from your family. But in Colombia, you can be a college professor or a business owner. But when it's time to get back to your family, you just regular old Paul or regular old Sam or regular old whoever you are. It don't matter how many dollars you got. Everybody out there dancing. Everybody listens to the same music. Everybody's eating the same foods, and you go back to your rich life. But at the end of the day, it's about that unity that I've probably been since I've been here the past couple of years. I've got to have been to at least 30 family events. At least 30. We go to at least 3 to 4 family events every month. We just coming back from Mexico. We got a family event scheduled just for us to talk about Mexico and had drinks and dance.
But that's a beautiful thing, though.
It really is, man.
Look, I went to Vallarrica. I was in Cali. That's why I fell in love with Cali. I fell in love with your town. I was in Vallarrica, and I met this young girl. She took me in their house. The first thing she did is invited me to her house, like, hey, why don't you sleep here today? She told her mother. Mother's like, yeah, he's good people. I slept there today. The next day, we went to a Sweet 16 as a group. Next day, we went out partying as a group. We did not stay away from each other for the whole week I was there. And every time I try to leave them, I'm like, I gotta go home. They're like, no, you don't have to go home. Stay right here. But this is how it is in Spanish culture. And it was such a beautiful thing that I didn't even want to leave. I was staying in San Antonio. You know what San Antonio is?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's not far from here.
Yeah. I was staying in San Antonio. And I had a nice little duplex there. And I didn't go there for 7 days because the people were like, yo, you don't need to go home. Come over here. So everything I did in town, and we did it as a family, and it was cool. But like what I'm trying to tell people is it was such a unity, such love, and Black people. I'll give you one thing. I was trying to make a documentary of the town. So I went around watching people play soccer and everything else. I did a lot. And the chief of police and the police officer stopped me. He said, what are you doing? I said, hey, man, I love your town. I told the chief of police, man, I love your town. You're so united. You're so good. He goes, yeah, well, can you put me in your movie? And what's your email address? Let me see it. Everybody took part of it. Somehow the shit got erased because I lost it. I lost the image of Bahia Rica. So I did it. But I fell in love with the town. It was like everybody was cool. As long as somebody introduced, and you know how it is, if the right people introduce you to the town, you're in.
You're in. It's so amazing. And the people that, because what I'm sitting like this, my mind is just going around when you said the togetherness. It's like when you walk in the house, you got to greet everybody. Every female get a kiss on the cheek, from the youngest little mama all the way to the grandmother. Everybody. And what got me was they can have one bottle of rum or tequila or whatever it is. All they need is the top, and they going around shot glass. That's it. That's the shot.
You know,
they'll have one shot glass. I've never seen that before. One shot glass for the whole family. The whole house is one shot glass.
You should go with me to Panama. When I go to Panama, I see my family, how we act. I'm about to be in Panama the 19th and 20th. And every time I go to Panama, I take my whole family out. The whole family I take out to dinner. And it's only going to cost me $19, $20. I remember, yes, I was in Boca del Toro for Thanksgiving, no, for Carnival. And I did not know that these people speak African. They speak in an African dialect. And that shit bugged. Now we're in Carnival, but the Carnival's on the water. So everybody's acting crazy, and there's some gorgeous girls everywhere. And when we went back to the valley, everybody started doing African dances and African culture. I was blown out. I'm like, what? We all Spanish, but I thought we Spanish. Everybody started talking African dialect in there. And it was such a beautiful thing to see. This is right next to Rio Grande. But it was a thing of everybody started dancing in spirit and everything else. And it was all black people in an all Spanish country talking all African. And I'm like, damn, they're not even speaking Spanish. They're talking in African culture. They're going back to their roots. And it was a beautiful thing. And people don't miss that. When you go to a Spanish country, everybody is one. Everybody knows each other. Everybody is part of each other. Everybody knows their culture, who they are. And if you're a new person in there, I mean, you don't get a lot of play. Don't get me wrong. If you're a new person in there, everybody's want to know who you are. But it's a beautiful thing, man. And like I said, I was in Bahia Rica, and that looked just like Colón for me. I'm Panamanian, so that looked Bahia Rica. If you ever been there, Villa Rica, perdóname. If you've been there, it looks just like Panama. It looked exactly like my town, my mother's town in Panama. And I was like, damn, if I close my eyes, I'm in Panama. Because it was the same feeling. And what I try to tell people is, if you're actually with indigenous people of them, you could go in any Spanish country and it's always going to be the same. It's not going to change. The rules are actually the same.
Yep. And one of the things that I noticed, that's what makes travel a lot easier for Ace Live for his channel, because basically he used the same pattern in each city, in each country that he goes to. Get to know individuals, get to know family, get to know individuals, get to know family. And that's what's blowing his channel up, just getting to know individuals and getting to know families. And it's the same cookie cutter format, because you're absolutely correct. No matter where you go in the Latin community, family is first. And one of the first things that made Andrea's family embrace me was the fact that her dad and I sat down, we had a talk. And of course, Andrea was doing a lot of the translation. And I was like, I'm not just looking for a woman in my life. I'm looking for a family unit. I say, my mom just passed on the 2 years prior to that. My grandmother passed on a year after. And so the matriarchs of the family were gone. Most of my family, who I would hang out with, they're still up in Detroit and Cleveland. I've been living in Tampa for 14 years. So I have love for, but I have no day-to-day connection with my family, in upstate, in top United States, in the Midwest, up in the Midwest. And so for me, it was really cool to come into a family unit of very professional people. They've got strong careers, they've got strong businesses. Andrea's going to college, her brother's going to college. So it's not just a family that has nothing, but these are people that have the other thing about Colombians I like is, or the Latin population itself, is that the pride that they have for themselves at the end of the day.
Pride is everything.
You can mess with a mango, but her mama better not find out about it.
Thank you.
You see what I'm saying? You thinking that you can't go to her crib because she just don't want you. No, she don't want you at the crib because mom, dad, and the cousin and them don't know that she a mango, and she has that pride, her family pride that she's trying to. Now her family might hear the whispers because they know that she out there in a certain area of the neighborhood at a certain time of night, but they don't see. If they don't see it, they gonna respect her as if it's not happening. And so they know that to keep my family's name or value, you just not gonna meet my family. You just not gonna come to my house. You just not gonna come. You can't come because what I do with you is business, and I don't see you as somebody who is family centered to meet my family.
You're a preacher to the choir because I understand you 1,000% because I try to tell that to people. I went to DR and I was in DR the other day and I was DR and I was meeting all these mangoes that people were going, and I did a show that I was in a boat, and everybody was having a whole bunch of girls, and they were having their fun, and they were dancing. And I was talking Spanish to all the girls. Now I had somebody, but I was basically a reporter reporting what I was seeing, and I was talking to all the girls, and all the girls I was talking to them in a one-on-one format, like, hey, how you doing? Where you at? Blah blah blah. And every girl's like, yo, you got to come to my town. I will show you around. Not as a mango, but I was talking to them as a person, and I know the Spanish angle that I have to hit with them. And I was and they were selling themselves, and they were doing the whole mango stuff. But with me, they weren't even playing that. They were like, look, man, you're not like these guys. Look, when we finish this, let's go to my town. I'll introduce you to everybody else. We have fun. We have juice. It was a completely different vibe. So then I went to Sosua, and every mango I saw started yelling out my name. No, my name is Tony. Tony, ¿qué tú estás haciendo aquí? Started giving me a kiss on the cheek. They treated me not as a client or anything else because I never came back as a client, but as one of them. When are you coming to my town and hanging out with us and hanging out, blah, blah, blah. And when I went to Almby that day and I saw a couple of the mangoes there, and I started laughing with them, and we were hanging out and having an interaction. And they were doing business, but we had an interaction. And they were talking about the clients that they had as idiots. Oh, look at this idiot. Oh, this is me in Spanish, and I'm down laughing. And at the same time, these guys don't know that they're talking about them, and they're saying, look, man, I got to go in there and just play this part, blah, 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 blah. But there's two different, and like you said, they different. There's what they hear and who they are. And I always tell people, there's two parts of them. Don't get caught up because they're playing this part. Because remember, they're your fantasy. They're playing your fantasy. But in reality, they're breathing person. They're really good. They have kids. They have hearts. And most of these people come from a bad neighborhood, a bad socioeconomic area. And the only reason they're doing this is to survive. Not because they want to, because nobody wants to do this. They do it because they have to. And once you hit them on, and you're only going to get that if you talk to them on a real basis. And I was trying to get that across, but I don't think nobody wants to hear it. So I was like, you know what, let it be. Because at the end of the day, you hear that fun, they hear that fun. You here to fulfill a fantasy. But if you ever talk to these girls, you find out that they're really nice people.
Yeah.
Really nice people.
Yeah.
And it ends for them right here, and it starts right here. You know, you owe money, and they'll tell you all you need to know. Because I was with this one girl, she was a dime. And there was this Black American up there, right? And he was waving his money at her, like, come over here. And she's talking to me like, yo, this nigga's a clown. She's telling me, oh, this motherfucker can't even fuck. She's telling me all of this in Spanish, right? This nigga's a clown. But I'm going to go out there, show him that he's the God and he's everything else, blah, blah, blah. She gave him a kiss and she walked over here. And I'm like, if these guys knew that these girls were really not even in this for what you think it is, but they can't understand Spanish. And the weird thing is, the brothers that were sitting next to me, they were mad at me because we were getting along, and we were laughing, we were cracking, because it wasn't like that for me with them. I was just dealing with the personality issue and who you are. And I never touched a mango, but we got along in another level. And that's what I'm telling you. Forget about the mango. Talk to them as a person. You'll see how everything opens up. But I'm not going to belabor that situation. I'm not trying to hear talk all day because I've been drinking my little liquor.
Hey, Drees, is that something that you've come across? Because I heard that you were agreeing a little bit. Is that something that you've come across and that you've noticed as well?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them are really not trying to do that, but it's something that they had to do. It's no different from everybody look down on selling weed, but you can sell weed to get by here in the States. You know, it's just a way of life for some of them. That it's what they used to get by. But yeah, I've had conversation with some of them, and some of them really don't want to do it. Now you do have some that's really about that life because some of them are just how you say the word nymphos or stuff like that. But a lot of them they really don't want to do it. You know, and those are the people, or at least those are the ones that I might run across that I might chime in hearing again on their Instagram. Say hello, how you doing? Look, when I get back, I need to know about this, where to go over here, blah blah blah. So I keep my ear to the ground in that particular country or that particular city. But a majority of them don't want to do it, and then you have some that don't want to do it, but at the same time they kind of like on that, Debbie does Dallas tip. But whatever it is, that's them.
Right.
But I don't want to drive too far into that, man. You know what I'm saying?
I got your point, though. I got your point. Yeah. That's a good point that you were making. That at the end of the day, people are just people, and that there's there's another side to the main goals that we kind of like. I mean, of course, for fantasy purposes, that we kind of like overlook and that we kind of take for granted. But like you guys said, not to beat the dead horse of the mango industry at all, but we're just trying to make the point in regard. I think we're just trying to make the point in regards to that in the Latin community, family is everything. I'll often tell this story when I was a college recruiter. Whenever students come to school, and I was an academic college recruiter, and whenever students come to school, if I had a Black student, it was 90% of the time, it was mom that would bring her for the college tour. If I had a white student, it would be mom and dad or mom or dad. Every time I had a Latin student, mom, dad, auntie, nieces, nephews, brothers, sisters, in-laws, everybody was coming to see this young person just to do a college tour, just to see the campus, because it was such a big event and a big deal for the family.
Right.
And that's probably, this was up when I was up in Chicago, or when I would be in LA doing college recruiting, or when I was working for a college in Florida. It never failed that when it came to a Latin student, male or female, the whole family was going to show up I mean, grandma's sitting there, don't know any English, but she know her baby about to go to college, and we about to go see this college that my baby going to.
Yeah,
I'll never forget those days.
Yeah, man. But the family aspect in South America, and and even in the islands is
true.
Is something that's something to behold, because we don't get that here. Well, we don't get that much of it here. You know what I'm saying? We get so you get to see what family really means, and family means father and mother, I love you. It's in the words, it's in the initials. But over there, you see pops, you see moms, and they're together. Here in the States, you either gonna get moms and the brats behind her, or you gonna get dad and the brats behind her. I live in an area called Jefferson, and on the street, everybody grew up where my mother and father and them live at. Everybody grew up with their mother and father, so it was like the only place that really instituted the whole concept of family. Everybody had their parents, living in house with them, so that was the only place where I saw it. So when I got to South America, and even when I went into Hosenia, even when I went into Little Africa, even in certain spots, I saw mother and father with their child, and it was just something to be amazed by.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So it just, so the whole aspect when you bring up Ace Live, when he does a whole lot of speaking with people in their families, yeah, you're gonna get a lot of people, swaying their attention towards you.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good format that he uses to get to know the people in the community. Because if you notice how his channel actually evolved away from just showing you, because when he first came to Medellin, he was showing you the fun part, the party part. But as he evolved as a person and grew older, because he's been doing this for a few years, he realized that there's more to South America or even the Latin communities from all the other countries he's gone to showcase and learn and to discover new places in the same country that he wouldn't have been able to discover on his own.
Right.
And that was the good part of being able to connect with people and connect with the families, because they were able to showcase, show him places that he'd never been able to be able to find.
Yeah, but I was going that route, but when I got to Brazil, that shit kind of went left for me. It was like, oh man, you seem like a good dude, man. You could film, and then as I'm filming, dude taps me on the shoulder. Hey man, you want some cocaine? I mean, dude had a big ass baseball like size pop, but I was like, I'm gonna cut this camera off and I'm gonna go ahead on and go this way. Maybe I'll try this family shit in another country. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But but they let you know when they comfortable with you. You know what I'm saying? And they just got their ways of doing it. Some I'm gonna tell you, come sit down, have a eat, have a bite to eat, and some I'm gonna offer you cocaine. So, they just let you know when they're comfortable with you, and that's kind of like the best way to be. So sometimes I don't really fear going into Community 13 by myself, because I did it by myself for like 3 years. But then when I met Angie, I don't know if anybody knows Angie. She was a lady that was a tour guide on my last trip to Medellin. I I got a whole different respect for being in Community 13, because I wasn't walking up just to the spot where the paintings were. I'm going all through the back ways and all kind of shit. You
That's
seeing
what's
shit
up,
that
man.
you ain't never seen. Now, granted, when I went up there, I had enough common sense not to pull my camera out.
Right.
But like I said, when people give you respect, you honor it in a manner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not finna go in Community 13. What's happening? Whoa, it. Nah, I ain't doing none of that.
No.
But some people is just going in into these places. Cameras wide open. Exploiting the people. Yeah, that exploiting the people. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say no names, but but some of them is doing it real bad out there, and that's why you got people saying, "Oh, it's YouTubers killing Sasua." They look, maybe that particular YouTuber did, but I didn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's a lot, even in the places that we go to and we show on the regular. It's still places and things that can be shown in a manner, that we haven't seen yet.
True.
So it's all about how you present yourself in the places that we normally go to. You know what I'm saying? And Branjo, I heard you said you went to the Envy.
Oh, I love Envy. I was staying around the corner. I was staying across the street from Envy. I was chilling in Envy. Envy is a nice spot. I've been to the little spot upstairs and I dance up there. Some good things to do up there. I like Envy. I'm not a Sasua guy. One, because I think everybody changes in Sasua. Sasua is like Disney. It's like Fantasy Island. It's like a little. It changes you. First of all, Spanish people know about Sasua, and they know Sasua. Like, I'll give you a good story. I have this young girl. She's 24 years old. Her husband, now she's been married twice. Her husband, she has no kids. She owns 3 stores. When I met her in Zona Colonial, I thought she was a hooker. That's what I thought I was, because she had a body and a half, but her face wasn't that great. She was like a 5. And a girlfriend that was next to her was like an 8, 9, but she didn't have no body. I was like, damn. So I gave her my number and I forgot about it. When I came back to the state, I've been talking to her. We got into a good rapport. She's like, yo, can you be my boyfriend? I'm like, I don't know about that. So we were talking like 4 or 5 months. She has a lot of stores and she's doing very well in DR. She does very well. She has a lot of money. She has a lot of stores. But at the same time, she has a little, and I'm not trying to say that about DR women, because DR women are phenomenal, but she has an edge to her. And when she got to get her money, she got to get her money anywhere she wants to get it. And I'm like, yo, do you? That's none of my business how she makes money. She makes the money the way she wants to. What I'm trying to say is this: you gotta have street knowledge and know what people are about, and not everything is going to be straight and narrow. A female may look like she's 100% straight and narrow, but what you don't know is what she's doing in the dark and whatnot. So you got to be able to move around in those corners. I like DR because DR is a beautiful. I find it to be a beautiful island. There's a lot of educated women in there. I met some women that were just drop dead gorgeous that had government jobs and didn't want you for anything, had the cars at the house and want to hang out with me. I met girls that want to take my money, you know. So it all boils down to what you want out of life. If you want to deal with a girl that's needy and needs you for something, then they'll go get you. But if you want to deal with some nice, classy females, you can find that in DR. You're not going to find them in Sosua. For the most part, Sosua are there to get money and there to work. And they're not there to enjoy themselves because they're not going to enjoy themselves. They're going there to get as much money for their families and leave because they live in areas. So I don't go to Sosua for that reason. I go to Sosua. I think of Sosua as a movie set. I may go to Flip Flop and shoot there, say hello to Greg and whatnot. I may go over here and say hello up. I may say the mayor. It's a movie set, but it's not really real because it's not real DR. DR to me is going to Tropical Este, where there's no Americans at Tropical Este and talking to a person who owns a store. Going to Samaná, you know, where it's a beautiful ocean, beautiful. I just talked to this girl. She's going out there next week. Beautiful waters and whatnot. Going to Zona Colonial and staying in a restaurant where you eat outside in a nice bistro and you enjoy yourself with your friends, and then you take them to your house and then you cook for them and you enjoy themselves where you laugh. That's what DR to me. But this thing about going to Sosua, for what? So I could brag about what I had, and as long as I have money, I could get anything I want. So that's not really. But when you go to some genuine places like San Cristóbal, where Third World lives, or Samaná, or Tropicana Este, and you really just bond when you meet the Asians, and you meet them at their level, and they're like, oh yeah, and then you see that they're hardworking. That to me is DR. So when I go to DR, I really enjoy that I got a dime on me, a girl that looks gorgeous, and she's with me because I really. You know what? Let me reset this. I'm sorry. I like DR because a man is a man in DR. If you know how to be, if you are a man, and I'm not trying to say alpha, but if you're a man, every girl will bow down to you. If you are a man in DR, women will just back the fuck down. If I take a girl and I move, if she's standing on one side, I move it to the other side, she would just move. And I tell her, hey, look, this is what I want. I have my own money. I live well in the United States. If I come to DR, I want to have a house. I want to have a pool, and I want to live by the beach. And if I get a wife and she gets pregnant, I don't want her to work. Are you cool with that? I have never seen a girl says no. And the first thing they say is, I'm on your program. Do with me what you want to do. It's the weirdest fucking concept. But I tell them from the get-go who I am, and they all back down to it. And they're like, yo, I want to be with you. Because motherfuckers around here not doing that. They're not telling me that they'll take care of me. So to me, DR has parameters, and if you know you are, you can basically get around. And every girl in DR just wants to be loved, and they want to be put in a place that they don't have to think about making money. That's my job. So I love DR for that, because a man can be a man. It's not about sex, because I get so many girls that come at me, throwing ass at me, throwing naked pictures. I can pull out my phone right now and have like 10 girls to send me naked pictures, and I tell them, don't do that. I'm not about that. But when I tell them who I am, I tell them, look, mommy, I have my own house. I'm divorced, but I'm single. I don't have nobody in my house. But if I date you, this is what I expect. I expect to be this. I expect the dish to be clean. I expect this. And when I do meet you and we get pregnant, you have a choice. If you want to work, you work. But for me, you don't have to work because I'll take care of the bills. I need you to do this and that and take care of the family. And I swear to God, I've never had a female say no and now bow down to that. So I love DR for that.
How is the DR experience for Sosua compared to the rest of DR for you, Rich or Dries? Like he says, Sosua is a fantasy island. Have you guys noticed that when you go to DR, that Sosua has its own?
It's a red light district. That's pretty much what it is. I mean, you know, like you said, if you go to the rest of the country, it ain't laid out like that. You know, you got different places that might have a little bit of that, but most guys don't experience the whole island. You know, I probably would include myself in that too a little bit, but I have got out to a few other cities, but it is what it is, man. I mean, Sasua is it's a place for a single guy that want to have a good time, and you know, I feel like if you handling your business, you take care of your business, take care of your family. It ain't nothing wrong with going down there having a little fun, but don't make it a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
don't make it a priority. Don't make it like, you know what I mean? And don't go down there looking for a wife. I mean, you know,
That's a good
it is
point.
what it is, man.
Sasua is exactly what it is. It's a fantasy island. Sasua is a place that girls gonna be what you want them to be as long as you have money. Money talks.
Yeah, I can understand that. Okay, for example, like I said, Andre and I plan on being in DR for 4 months. So, what area of the island would you recommend for us to? I'm talking to each one of you guys because you have experience and I don't. What would you recommend for us to stay if you were, you know, doing a couple thing or knew somebody that was doing a couple thing like us?
Can I go first?
Yes.
La Ciénaga. Oh.
I get out of that one.
There's the underwater caves that are blue cave. They have the blue cave in Punta Cana, which is gorgeous, right? They have the blue cave in Punta Cana. They have the underground lava cave that they actually made a restaurant underground in the lava, and it's all pit up like that. They don't talk about. I never see nobody talk about that. I've seen it because I go to Spanish places where people don't speak English, but there's the lava cages, right?
Let me get my pen and my notepad. Hold on, wait a minute.
This Canadian,
I'm not just playing.
This Canadian built a restaurant underground in a lava cave that is fucking gorgeous. I don't know the name of it, but a Canadian built it. I could look it up. There's the blue lakes in Punta Cana. There's Samaná, which is beautiful. The ocean is beautiful and gorgeous. And then there's the Tree Monkey House, right? It's $375 a day for the monkey house. This is like 300 to 400 feet in the air, and all these houses are made in the air. They're on top of like trees, and it's called a tree house. Beautiful. There's Samaná. There's so many islands you could go to. You could go to Zona Colonial and stay in a nice place out there too. I like Zona Colonial for the core, the history. Remember, Zona Colonial, if you go to that street, it's called la Calle de las Damas. La Calle de las Damas. What's it called? You like history. What's it called Calle de las Damas? Because when Christopher Columbus' son was he was the governor of Santo Domingo before that, when the Spanish people ran Santo Domingo. His wife and all the ladies used to walk down the streets, and that's what they call it, Calle de la Dama. It's the first street in the Americas. Remember, everything in DR is the first thing, the first library, first college, and the first street.
I did know that. Yeah, I did know that.
Calle de la Damas is right there. Also, there's a gay club. Well, DR's a lot of gay people there, but there's the first gay place that stayed there. There's a gay park up there too. First one in the world in the United States. So if you look at just DR as a historical point, and if you look at DR as things to do, there's so many things to do outside of Sasua, that most people treat you different when you're outside of Sasua. Like I said, one of the best person that I've seen do it is Shekin Effect. Yes, so I still say he's one of the best YouTube I've seen, because he would go places that nobody else went to.
Yeah.
And that's what I loved about the show. And I always big him up. Even when I met him, I said, look, dude, I think you're going to blow up because you've done things that nobody else does. Everybody does the cookie cutter, Sasua, girls, blah, blah, blah. But you went to places nobody else did, and you were original and down to earth. Keep that shit and you will blow up.
I told him the same thing. I told him the exact same thing. I haven't even met him, but we spoke on email and we spoke through the chats. And I told him the exact same thing, dude. Keep your format. I see exactly which direction your channel is going. Do not, don't sway from left to right. And I'm telling you, you're heading in the correct direction. You're right. He's really doing a good job. Really good, great job.
Doing a great job.
I think he's in Medellin right now.
Yeah, I think he's up in the coast. Santa Marta, Barranquilla. He's doing all that little thing.
Yeah.
Which I love that because if you've been up there, man, this basically remember in Santa Marta, the cartel used to have a lot of houses out there. They had a lot yes, if you know anything about Santa, they had a lot of stash houses out there, and they used to have mansions up there that they turn into Airbnbs and hostels. And they have a nice little cozy area. And if you ever been out there, it's very cozy. A lot of restaurants, a lot of eateries, a lot of things to go out there. So that's why I said when I put a little message on this thing, like, yo, keep that up, man, because those are the little pockets that people want to know about. People have been there. They want to know about these pockets.
Yeah, that's why we started doing the coffee region videos of Manizales, Pareda, Armenia, Guatapé, of Santa Rosa. There's so many small. Yeah, we've done we've done at least videos of at least 25, 30 waterfalls.
That's what we'll go to. That's Santa Rosa. That's what I need to go to next.
Oh man, Santa Rosa is so beautiful. Small town, and it's got the hot water springs out there. It's got, I mean, it's real nice, man. The mud baths. It's with the volcano mud. It's got everything that you want. And the women there for just guys that are looking. I'll never forget this. I remember Marwa said this on his channel, like his second year, and someone was asking him. It was like when he had just started doing live streams, and somebody asked him. He said, "Well, can you find a good woman in Medellin?" He was like, "No." He said, he just straight up. He said, "No." He said, "You will find a fun girl and a cool woman in Medellin." He said, "But the one that you want for somebody stable, she has to come from a small town." He says, so if you meet somebody in Medellin and she's from one of the outskirt towns, then she's the one that you might consider to be the type that you want to keep. But one that's born and raised in Medellin, he said, no, don't waste your time.
That's true.
Once I start going to those smaller towns in the college, a lot of people don't realize Colombia has college towns, just like we have college towns in the States. And so once we start going I can see the mindset of the same level of beauty, the same level of attractiveness, but their mindsets in some of the smaller towns of Armenia, Pareda, Manizales, completely different from the city of Medellin or Bogota. They don't communicate the same way. They're very open, still extremely friendly. Go ahead.
You know, Andre, you hit the nail on the head on that one. I was singing when you said that, because when I was in Santo Domingo, I met college girls, right? And because I was in Zona Colonial. Zona Colonial, for the most part, is a rich part of Santo Domingo. That's where people go out and enjoy themselves, eat and whatnot. And I went to McDonald's. I met a young girl, and she was in college, and I met a few college girls. They spoke a little English, but their mannerism was completely different than anybody else. They didn't want nothing from you. They want to learn from you, or they want to enjoy life with you, and they want to learn as much as they could. But they really weren't trying to take from you, but they didn't have enough to even have on their own. So if you gave them a couple of dollars, they were happy, but they weren't trying to take from you. They were trying to learn from you. And when you said college town, I said, yeah, I remember that in DR. The college girls, when I went out there, they really didn't want nothing from you. They just want to learn from you.
Yeah, they want your experience, your presence, and they want more or less like to practice English with you. You know, now they got somebody to bounce their English off of other than each other. But in Cali, I mean not in Cali, but in some of the smaller towns around the larger cities, there are so many really, really good down-to-earth Colombian women. From every different spectrum of the crayon color and whatever you want. And they don't talk like, they don't act like, they don't move like women in Medellin or in Bogota or in Cartagena. Go ahead, Dries.
I was thinking about this spot in La Ciénaga I went to. I can't call the name of it, but I did do a live there. This was after I had the ankle breaking incident. It's in La Ciénaga, but I did a live there. I forget what it is, but it's like last live in La Ciénaga. I forget what the name of the place is. It's a restaurant, and they got like these little hotels. It's like restaurant / hotel. And when you look at the location, and better yet, if you saw it in the daytime, trust me, it is a place that you would like to see. But but the thing about it is getting there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like on a nice little long windy road going to Haiti. But how it's set up, I promise you, man, it's a good 50 to 60 to about 85% chance that if you go there, you might end up making a little Dre right there. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. Go and look at just go and look at my live. In fact, I'll look it up and I'll see the link when I get a chance.
Okay,
man.
cool. I'm glad that you got, because I was about to ask you the exact same thing. I was about to write down the link because I wanted to look at the video tomorrow.
Right. I heard that place called Seminar. I think it's called Seminar. It's pretty good for couples and stuff. They supposed to have some really good beaches out there. And Big J came on the show the other day. He was telling us about Bavario. But I think it's just gonna come down to you kind of researching and seeing what's gonna be the best place for you, man. But if you're gonna be in DR for a while, man, you'll be able to just travel around the whole country pretty easy, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Look, I'll be honest with you. Just look at the map and look at Santiago and do everything south of that. North of that, you gonna
that's a good
north
point.
of that north of that, that's where all the mess at. That's where all the people going and calling the police to the party and all the locking ass. That's where all that's going on at. You don't even want to go up there on the north side. You go on the north side, go by yourself, bro. You as a couple, I don't think you'll like it. Period.
Okay.
Dre, you never been to DR?
Oh
shit. Okay. Well, most people, especially couples, man, they go to Punta Cana, man. I mean, that's pretty much where they go.
But the reason why I ask you guys, because we don't want to just do the touristy part where touristy couples go, because we're going to be there so long. So we want to get to go to places like some of the places that you guys described that have, because by then I'll have my drone, so I want to get some amazing drone shots of DR that haven't been done yet. Like the brother was just saying about caves. There are like in Colombia, there's a restaurant that we went to, and I lost my footage, and I hate that. We went to this restaurant. It's in the woods. It's like in the middle of the woods in Colombia. Your tables are surrounded by like you're in a plastic dome, right, to keep the bugs away. But in order to get to the bar, you literally walk down in the woods. They've got lights and everything that's set up, and it's like you got your table, and then maybe like 40 feet, 50 feet away is the next table. And you've never seen a restaurant like this in the middle of the woods. They've got the music going, they've got everything going, but you're literally in the woods and you're like, what the heck? But it's so fly. And so to be able to go to spots that are groundbreaking, like the one brother was just saying about the volcano, we want to get footage of those type of places to share with people. So when guys do get, when couples come, they can enjoy it. But when guys get to the point like, you know what, I'm not really trying to do Sosua too much this go around. Let me see what else is out there. Let me write that down too, Rich. Don't take that away. Let me.
I heard they got a restaurant in a cave in Santo Domingo. Man, I never been there, but that's something real interesting, man. I mean, you got to go to Santo Domingo if you're gonna stay on the island for a while.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Okay, cool. Thanks, Rich.
Also, there's a beach.
I'm writing my notes of all this information.
Word.
Yeah, definitely.
Also,
we're
there's
excited
a beach. Word, Dre. Also,
yes,
there's
sir.
a beach, bro. That if God came to me and said, "Hey, where would you like to die?" I think I would like to die at this particular beach. This place is called San Rafael. They have an actual river that starts off in the mountain and it drains out to the sea. It's some shit you got to see in the water once you jump in there. That shit is cold as I don't know what, man. It's fresh. You could literally drink out of it put it in a strainer and drink it. You know what I'm saying? But all of this water drops directly out of the mountain from the top of the mountain. So when it comes down to the sea, it's like freezing. And they don't have sand on the beach. It's like the you know those little smooth pebbles that you find in the fish tank. That's what the beach is. Just those pebbles. You know.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you'll love that shit, man. I promise you.
See, y'all gonna have me up to like 4 o'clock in the morning just looking this stuff up because I know me. Once we get off this live stream, I'll be just going straight to YouTube or going to Google looking stuff up because I like stuff like that, man. Like I said, once we get our drone, I can't wait to do some great drone shots of that have not been done in DR.
Right.
Of course. If you're looking for a little bit of beach life to see what the DR beach life is like, you could definitely check out Boca Chica as well. But you know, you mainly want to go there if you feel like getting your swim on or if you're gonna eat. I normally go there and eat at the boathouse. You know, I was digging that. I was feeling that. Another place I went to was I think it was called Boca Chica Bar and Grill or something like Boca Grande or something like that bar and grill. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's a lot of you know, you know, they got them people, them things out there. They doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? So, and when you pull up to Boca Chica Beach, they got a whole bunch of dudes who will tell you come to this restaurant, but you know they ain't got on no shirt. They ain't got nothing that represents the store they're trying to tell you to go to. Just walk past all of them. You know what I'm saying? Just give them the Heisman. You know, put their hand out, go on about your business, and just go to whatever store you plan on going to. You know what I'm saying? Just walk by all of them. Some other places you might want to check out. You might want to check out, well, even though I didn't get a chance to, because when I was going, you know, the rain was coming from the west going east, and I was trying to go there that particular day, so I knew the rain was going to catch me out there. You might want to check out San Pedro.
Right. Fellas, I'm about to end this show in a minute, man. Going on 4 hours, man. Dre, I know you did 3 over there.
I did. I got one last question before we go, Rich. And I appreciate all the answers that you guys have been helping me out with. If you were going to go to DR for 4 months, what time of the year would you go? What months would you choose?
Shit, it's always summer.
But they do have a hurricane season, don't they?
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. Anytime, any 4 months outside of hurricane season.
Okay, so anytime before October.
Shit, hurricane season down there over now.
See, like now, it might be safe, but as I think about it, you got another hurricane that's about to go toward Mexico right now, and I don't know what the fuck's going on, but they got a lot of these hurricanes that are coming a little bit too late in the year. It's damn near Christmas. We still having hurricanes. Something is wrong.
Yeah. Okay. So okay, perfect. I kind of figured that. Okay, thanks, Rich.
But I mean, like most of them hurricanes, I believe they go on the south end of the island versus the north. But DR really don't be getting hit too hard with the hurricanes like that. Huh?
Shit. Hurricane.
Hey man, appreciate y'all coming on, man. Appreciate y'all coming on, brothers. Man,
thanks,
I guess Drees, I don't know if we're gonna go live tomorrow or whatever, or you going live to give your review on your channel or whatever. Make sure y'all check Drees out. Check Brother Bradshaw out. And Love Across the Borders 1 and 2.
I know, right?
Hey, you got 3 YouTube channels now.
We do. We actually finishing off the fourth channel. Is Travel Unravel. We already got everything set up to launch the channel. We're going to launch it at the beginning of the year. And Travel Unravel is like the top 10 this, top 10 that. It's just going to be a top 10, a top 10 type of channel. So there's nothing spectacular, like top 10 places to visit here, top 10 things to do there, top 10 cheapest places. So this is going to be a top 10 Travel Unravel.
It's pretty cool. Go ahead, Drew.
Yeah, man. Most definitely, bro. If you want to get back on it tomorrow. What we should have been doing, the show we should have been doing tonight, between me and you, we could definitely do that. But hey, to everybody, Drees is back, so you could definitely look forward to Late Night Drees starting possibly tomorrow or Tuesday. But as I always say, please continue to walk the peaceful path rather than the tightrope given. That will allow others to be content with your being miserable. This is Drees. Now I'll be seeing y'all soon. Peace.
All right, thanks, Brazier. Thanks, Andre. Thanks,
All
Drake.
right, brother.
Check y'all out later, man.
All right, brother. You guys have a good evening.
We out here on the beach in Rio, sipping it up. Me and my homie, Dreezy.
Caipirinha Gucci, caipirinha Gucci. Gucci, caipirinha 51.
Isso aí.
Show your boy a little something. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Show your boy a little something. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Show your boy a little something. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Show your boy a little something. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Roll motherfucking tape.